There is a duo in the NBA that is quite frankly just dominating. And it is an unlikely duo. They are 6-1. They're putting up crazy numbers, triple doubles, game winners, and quite frankly, they are leading the Chicago Bulls back to the glory days.
Which
Hey,
which
the
which
Bulls
duo
haven't
is
seen a
better,
duo
yo?
like this. What duo? Like which duo are you
Man,
talking about?
you know what duo I'm talking about. Which duo is better, Josh and Vooch
Derek.
or Scotty and Jay?
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah.
No,
Scotty and Jay. Ah. Let me go ahead and run this poll right now. But in case y'all don't know, Josh Giddey and Nikola Vucevic are putting on a masterclass right now in the NBA. And quite frankly, they are looking unstoppable. So we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about the Bulls. And we got a good guest coming on today by the name of Dunkademics. If you don't know, just look him up on social. Hey, just type it into Google. You'll know very soon. But fellas, let's talk about it. Damien, I know this holds a special place in your heart for certain reasons. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we fittingly can start with Josh Giddey. I mean, it's been an incredible start to the season. I think Josh Giddey is a perfect example of why the NBA is about situation, opportunity, and fit. I don't think the talent evaporated in OKC overnight. I think it was just suffocated because he was playing with two all NBA caliber guards in SGA and J Dub. But it's been a great trade for the Bulls and OKC. And Giddy's going to outplay this deal. And I think the Bulls trading for him, he has massive untapped potential that we're seeing now. And anyone who watched him for the national team would have seen it. But there's not many point guards that you can roll out there every single night that's his size, that's a triple double threat on any given night. And I think the skill set he has is really unique. I think he's lifting the ceiling of what the Bulls can be because of that skill set. And he's not going to win the award, but forget most improved. Like he should be in the way too early MVP conversations because of how good the Bulls have looked and the numbers he's putting up. So very happy for him, man. Obviously a countryman. Have covered him as well in person a few times, and happy that he's coming out on the other side and people are recognizing sort of what he's bringing to the table.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, last night Josh Giddey continued his spectacular performance to start the season. They had a comeback win against the Philadelphia 76ers, who at that time were 5-1 as well. So the Bulls and the 76ers both entered last night at 5-1, which obviously is a marquee game. Both the two top teams in the Eastern Conference. And the 76ers went off to a ferocious lead. They were basically handling the Bulls all game until the fourth quarter came around. And really, for the most part, Josh Giddey led that comeback, that ferocious comeback for the Bulls. He had 29 points, 15 rebounds, and 12 assists. And so, Ox, Mars, thoughts on the Bulls. And I know we spoke on them briefly, but we haven't really given them the credit they deserve for a 6-1 start.
I mean, it's you know how it works. When Wemby and the Spurs start off super hot like that, we're gonna give a lot of our attention to Victor Wembanyama. It's just how hoop talk goes. That's expected. The 76ers were shocking us with their play, so they got a lot of attention as well. And Luka Doncic has been on an absolute tear when he plays, so that just makes it to where teams like the Bulls are going to kind of go under the radar. But after last night, I think we have to start paying a little more attention to them. I still don't expect the Bulls to make like a crazy run in the playoffs or anything like that. I think maybe this is the start of, a new era in Chicago. And I mean, y'all know I'm really high on Josh Giddey. And so I'm gonna be paying attention, and I think we should all pay close attention to the development of the Chicago Bulls. And Josh Giddey's young too, y'all. What is he, 22?
23, yeah,
24?
I think, yeah.
He can't be any older than 24, right? Josh Giddey is still super
He
young.
just turned 23 last month.
Oh, we'll see.
Damn.
Okay, yeah. So Josh Giddey is still young, so he could potentially still be getting better. You know what I mean? I had some questions for y'all yesterday on playback. It was shut down very quickly, but we'll get to that because the other day you guys were talking about who was the best point guard in the East, and I'm sitting here wondering how come Josh Giddey isn't in contention for that, and I think that should be talked about at some point. I'm just saying, Ron, Trae Young and Cade Cunningham this season have to prove why they're better than Josh Giddey in my eyes. LaMelo Ball shouldn't be in that conversation, but that's just my personal opinion, and we can move on from there.
Yeah, well, we will be doing a start bench cut later in the episode between 3 Eastern Conference point guards, and we'll see whether Josh Giddey is in fact better than Tyrese Maxey and Cade Cunningham.
My bad. I forgot Jalen Brunson. My bad, y'all. But still.
Mars, how you feeling about the Bulls right now?
This is the best Bulls duo I've ever seen. I can say that. It's weird because watching that game obviously as Philly FC. Once they were up 20, I thought obviously Philly was going to win. And then I see the comeback. Give full credit to the Bulls. I do think it was probably more of Philly just blowing the lead. But you still got to capitalize on the team capitulating, and that's what the Bulls did. But I didn't know Josh Giddey had a triple-double until after the game, and I think Real Talk posted his stat line on Twitter. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but like Josh Giddey is just like, it's just ever present, if that makes sense. It's like he's just always involved in something, but it doesn't feel like when other people have triple doubles, it's because like they're just not stat padding, but they're always just there, just trying to do something. Whereas Josh Giddey, it feels like he gets his triple doubles in the flow of the game. Like he's gonna crash the glass hard, and then he comes out of a rebound, and it's like, oh, okay, well now you look up, oh, he's got 14 rebounds. Oh, nice. And then it's not like he's pounding the air out the ball trying to farm assists. It's no, I'm gonna attack quick, get downhill. If I don't have a shot, I'm gonna kick it out. Or I'm going to find my big on a lay down pass. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, now look. Oh, Josh Giddey has 12 assists. Oh, great. And then all of his points and not really him forcing anything. It's when I'm going to push the break in transition. If I have a layup, I'm going to take it. If I'm wide open for 3, I'm going to shoot it. It's just he plays a very simple brand of basketball. And simple isn't bad before anyone gets offended by that.
Be careful, Morris.
You mean the simple that Ox continuously talks about, the simplicity of the game? Like if a guy's open, throw him the basketball. If
basketball
you have a layup,
is a very simple sport.
Shoot the layup.
I stand to Ox when he says that. Yeah, basketball is a very simple sport.
The layup.
Morris, can you talk more?
And that's what Josh Giddey does.
At some point, Morris, can you speak more about how you have to box him out?
In fact, that's he reminds me of Rondo in that regard. I don't know if you like that comparison, but he reminds me of Rondo in the fact that like point guards in particular aren't used to boxing out because like that's not what they've been taught to do more often than not. It's like wait for the rebound for your big, they're gonna throw you the outlet, go. But Josh Giddey is so consistent in crashing that you have to put a body on him because he's always gonna go after the ball, whether that's on the offensive or defensive glass, and that like directly or indirectly, depends on how you want to evaluate, that hurts other teams' transition offense because you have to box out the other team's point guard, which means you can't be focused on, oh, well, let's just get ready to run. Well, no, because you have to actually secure the rebounds before you can get ready to run because Josh Giddey will get extra possessions for his team. And then also just the fact that like most of the time you have to guard him with a wing, so that changes like the matchups and stuff. So like he's a very interesting player. I've not been the highest on Josh Giddey. I think that's very well documented. But seeing his improvement in Chicago, seeing the team give him the keys and seeing what he's able to do when he's driving the bus or whatever you want to call it is very impressive. And the Bulls are a fun team to watch. So I'm not sure how sustainable this is. But while they're still winning, I'm not going to keep talking about how I don't think they're going to keep winning. Like, let's see how long this can go on for. And I'm gonna enjoy the ride while it lasts. And if it lasts the whole year, and the Bulls win a championship, shout out to the Bulls. Like I'm not here gonna start praying on their downfall.
You literally, Mars, the rendition that you broke, the rendition that you broke down, Mars. This is sustainable because I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary. You just described what Josh Giddey is. Josh Giddey doesn't do anything that he doesn't know how to do. And I think that this is a testament of, to be honest with you, Coach Billy Donovan, how he's maximizing that offense. Like I watch Isaac Okoro, who was in Cleveland, who was ultimately a D3 guy, and he was getting better, but then in the playoffs, it kind of went the other way. But they maximize him in that space in Chicago. Like, they don't just stand around and watch when Josh Giddey has the ball. It's not like when he's collapsing the defense, guys are just standing around and watching. I see Matas cutting to the basket, and he knows that Josh is looking for him. That's why he's diving. I see guys like Okoro rotating to the corner where they're wide open. And I know that that's part of the defense where they're just going to let him shoot wide open jump shots. Well, if I know that as a player on the floor, I'm going to look to shoot the basketball. Like, you're going to leave me wide open. I can knock down an open shot. I might not be a 40% long ball shooter, but I can knock down an open shot. And the fact that Josh Giddey, he's so in command of this offense and they trust him. I mean, I think that that's a testament to what's going on with the Bulls. Like, you talk about it, you're not sure if it's sustainable. The reason why I think it's sustainable, and I'm not going to say at the top of the Eastern Conference sustainable, but the reason why I think it's sustainable in terms of their game is because they don't do anything outside of what they do. Josh Giddey is perfect at what he does. And you just mentioned, Mars, about boxing out league guards. I mean, Josh Giddey almost 6'9". He ain't a small dude. So the fact that he's as big as he is, I think that maximizes them at their rebounding in terms of stopping plays. And then they get out and run. Vooch, and I'm going to say this real quick, Ron, Vooch reminds me of the uncle. He really shouldn't be hanging around us because he's a little bit too old, but we don't want him to leave because we really love this dude. And that's who Vooch is on this crew. He is that dude that, like, what are you doing here? But we don't want you to leave. Like, come hang out. Because the youth movement was supposed to be going on in Chicago, only except it hasn't. I mean, Vooch has been great for this team. And Ox, wait for Bacelis to get a little bit stronger. When he gets a little bit stronger, you're going to see an even better score. He had a play in the third quarter where he went down the gut with his weak hand and he tried to punch it on Joel Embiid. He ain't strong enough yet, but he getting there. Like, when he gets to that point where he develops some strength, he's going to throw that on a lot of other guys. I think defensively, this team is really connected, especially on the rebounding end. I like what I'm seeing with the Chicago Bulls. Ron, I can say, and I'll stand on this, I may ask her to stay over. I may ask her to stay over. Right? I ain't asking her to move in. I've been on a couple of dates with her, but I might ask her to stay over tomorrow night.
A little Netflix and chill.
Yeah, I may ask her to stay over.
A little Netflix and chill with you.
That's what I may ask her to stay over. I ain't getting her a drawer. She's not leaving some stuff at my house yet. No, we ain't doing that yet. But I may ask her to spend the night.
She gonna find a way to leave some. But
that may be the case.
Aside from that, though, y'all, I just gotta say the obvious. Y'all might be scared to say it, but I'm not. I apologize, Chicago. I apologize to the Bulls as a franchise. Remember, I was kind of the one leading the charge that why is Billy Donovan still there? I was kind of the one leading the charge. I was kind of the one leading the charge.
He was lucky to survive.
I was kind of leading the charge saying that this was the epitome of mid. The epitome of mediocre of what they had going on in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And I do want to say this because we often look at a team from the outside looking in, and we will look at the collection of names. I'll just speak for myself. I'll look at the collection of names, and I'll be like, all right, they got this guy, they got this guy, they got this guy. He's not an all-star. Right? He'll never be all-NBA. He is, And when I look at the Bulls roster, you kind of see a little bit of that. Like, let's look at their starting five. Their starting five are all outcast. Josh Giddey, outcasted from OKC. Trey Jones bounced around the league a little bit. Isaac Okoro, outcasted from the Cavs. Matas Buzelis, okay, he was a top pick, so he's not, but he's a young guy with limited expectations. And on top of that, he probably has a chip on his shoulder because he should have went higher in the draft. And then you get to Nikola Vucevic, a vet who's bounced around the league, hasn't really won much. People don't think as high of him because he hasn't really won anything in the league. So when you look at this group of guys, and I can get into the bench and all of that stuff too, Patrick Williams, Kevin Huerter, Jalen Smith, Javon Carter, when you look at this group of guys, you don't think that they'll be good. You naturally look at this group of guys and say, oh man, whatever. Next team. And like, I think the NBA is in a space. I think the NBA is in a space where it's more about chemistry, fit, and having a bunch of guys that want to play for each other and fight for each other.
You mean the bomb squad thing is over, Ron? Is that what you're trying to say? The bomb squad thing, you ain't feeling that no more?
I don't think it's over, chill, because if you stack talent Like you're gonna be good. But
Sure.
if you have chemistry and if you have guys that want to play for each other, guys that play defense, guys that play the right way, I think we're now in a space, especially with the ball, the three ball, the ball movement, the space, and all of that. If you have guys that know how to play basketball with each other, you're going to be tough to beat.
But still, though, let's still reel it in a little bit though, Ron. Like,
yeah, because their next
really
6
early.
games, we're gonna know a lot about them. So they got Milwaukee, Cleveland, San Antonio, Detroit, Utah, and Denver. So after that 6-game stretch, we're probably going to learn a bit more, outside of the first 20, 30 games where you give teams to find themselves. But the Vucevic thing is interesting because the reports where there was no trade market for him in preseason when the Bulls were trying to retool a bit. Now he's on a $21 million expiring contract. He's playing himself into some trade value. So it's going to be interesting about how the Bulls approach this towards the trade deadline when all of a sudden maybe one of the contenders maybe their starting big man goes down and all of a sudden Vucevic looks like a viable option. There felt like there was some smoke there with Golden State for a long time. It's going to be interesting for a guy that were trying to move off. All of a sudden, if you're in the thick of the playoff race, do you keep him, potentially lose him for nothing as a free agent at the end of this season, or do you cash in when his value is the highest and try and get some assets while you still can? So they got some decisions to make probably down the line.
Vooch is 35 years old too, by the way. Like Vooch isn't a spring chicken. Vooch been around for a while. I think we're going in year 14 now with Vooch. So, with that being said, you probably have this year with him because, like I said, he's the older uncle that really shouldn't be hanging around us, but we really like him and we don't want him to leave. I think this was more of, and as good as the Bulls are, I think this was more of Philly fumbling it yesterday than the Bulls win. The Bulls capitalized on what Philly did wrong. No doubt about that. They definitely did that. And I think that Billy Donovan had a great game plan with VJ Edgecombe. He got blitzed. And every time he got the ball, he got blitzed. And he did not know how to come out of the blitz. He was turning the ball over, especially when we got late in the game. And I don't think it worked with him. And I'm going to still stand on this, man. Joel Embiid is in the way. He just is. The more I watch him, he's in the way. And I watched that offense. Even though when he went out of the game, I want to say he went out of the game in late in the third, and he didn't come back in the game until probably, I think, 4:47 left in the fourth is when he came back in the game. But the offense, they were up, but I just don't think that the offense is as fluid when he's off the floor. I feel like it moves a little bit more. I feel like they move a little bit more when he's off the floor. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not.
Yeah, chill. I hear you. But that's just one of those things. Like, how do you remedy that? I don't think you can really remedy that. We talked about it before. Nobody's taking that contract. But Damian, could you just run down those games real quick one more time? What's their next 5?
The next 6 is Milwaukee, Cleveland, San Antonio, the Pistons, Utah, and Denver.
That's a tough schedule.
That's a tough little block.
I mean, obviously, y'all know. I think they should beat Milwaukee. Probably, I don't know about Cleveland. Should beat Detroit.
Garland should be back for the Cleveland game.
Yeah,
he comes back tonight.
Know if they beat them, but I think they should beat Milwaukee and beat Detroit, and obviously beat the Jazz.
Yo, Big Ox. During that stretch of do you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you doing, Ron?
I'm taking the more on Josh Giddey every night. I don't care if it's points. I don't care if it's rebounds. I don't care if it's assists. I don't care if it's steals. I'm taking the more on Josh Giddey, and you should do the same thing too. And anybody that he's playing against, take the less because the kid is blessed. On Splash Sports, this is where I'm going to do this. This is where I can make my picks with 2 or more players, and essentially they'll give me a player projection, and I will pick more or less. And then also the cool thing about Splash Sports, aside from the fact that you compete against fans and you don't compete against the sketchy house, the best thing about it is they have other contests like NBA tiers or NFL tiers, like NBA Survivor or NFL Survivor. But wait, I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to stop right there at NBA Survivor. So as of right now, on Splash Sports, we have a $2,500 cash pool, and it will go to the person that lasts the longest in this NBA Survivor contest. Fellas, as of right now, we are in day 14. Moving on to day 15. And I just have to shout out to the 12 entries that are still left. There's 4% of people still left, including Mr. Ox. So this contest is still going. You guys, in the meantime, download the app. In the meantime, sign up for your account because we will be doing another NBA Survivor here very soon. But somebody has to win this money first. And maybe it'll be Ox. Maybe it'll be Aaron Reed. Maybe it'll be Elite BC. Maybe it'll be Big Dog 101117. Maybe it'll be Gut P. You never know, but there's 12 people still left, 12 survivors, and we'll just have to see who brings it home.
The first 3 of y'all to drop out and bow out peacefully, when I win, I'll break you off $250. But if you lose,
y'all heard that?
You don't get nothing. Work with your dog.
All right. Well, I'm excited to see who advances tonight. But aside from that, in order for us to really find out who's going to advance, we got to lock in, y'all. We got to lock all the way in. Everybody needs to put their RAYCON headphones on so you can hear me clearly and hear everything that I'm about to say. With the RAYCON Everyday Earbud Classics, you have active noise cancellations. So when guys like Real Talk come around you yapping, you just put these in and you don't have to hear anything. It's so beautiful. You have multi-point connectivity, so you can connect to different devices. You have up to 32 hours of battery life, so I can shoot the panel, and then I can go and chill with Chill and annoy them, and then I can go on playback, and then I can go on TikTok and still wake up the next morning and still use my headphones and get right back on the panel. It doesn't get too much better than that. We use these every day, and you guys should do the same, especially with Black Friday coming up, especially with Cyber Monday coming up, and especially with 30% off on all items, RAYCON included, all RAYCON items. So once again, upgrade your life because they look good, they feel good, they work good, and quite frankly, they just are good. So this is what you need to do. Go big or go home with RAYCON's Everyday Classic Earbuds for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Everything, and I mean everything, up to 30% off. Just click the link in the bio or go to raycon.com/PCS. Don't forget PCS to save on RAYCON audio products site-wide. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get back to the Chicago Bulls. Real talk, is there anything with the Bulls that you want to talk about?
Josh Giddey's really good. I could tell just from the chat, I'm assuming that when y'all were talking about the game, were y'all talking about how Joel Embiid was in the way, something like that, or no?
The only thing that Chill brought, like, partially that Joel Embiid's in the way again, but we spoke about the Bulls. We barely really spoke about the Sixers.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about that, Real talk?
Yeah, we're not here to just push agendas, but if you want to, go ahead.
I'm with an agenda or two, Real talk. You want to talk about Joel?
I talked about Philly.
First off, yeah. I mean,
the topic was about the Bulls, so we spoke about the Bulls. You know what I'm saying?
We can change topics. Let's do some.
Yeah, we can. But let's go.
That was very shady of you. I was just reading the chat, and I know you get sensitive about your guy Embiid. I know you get sensitive.
Well, no, because when Chill said he got in the way, I stayed quiet because I wasn't sensitive. You're Mr. Agenda, okay. So I'm like, if you want to get your agenda,
I'm not Mr. Agenda. No, you're Mr. Agenda. We're not going to put that tag on me. We're not going to put that tag.
Agenda talk?
No,
yes, agenda talk. Yeah,
I'm truth talk. I'm truth talk. That's what I'm finna change it to. But look, Josh Giddey is good. You know what I'm saying? Vooch has been very good for them this season. I didn't watch too much of that game. I watched like some of the fourth quarter, and then I saw Vooch hit the game winner. So I'm not going to speak on too much that I didn't watch, but I did see that Josh Giddey again had like a 29, 13, and 12 game or some foolishness.
Like that sounds like 30, 10, and 10 to me, Real talk. 15. That's what it looked like. It looked like 30, 10, and 10
that's
to
real,
me.
That's real triple doubles. I'm like the other guy in Chicago you be trying to talk about with his.
That's what it looked like to me.
Mm-hmm. Who's the other guy in triple? Who?
It's not necessary. It's not necessary.
Are you talking about Michael Jordan?
7.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, but yeah.
Which, by the
Josh
way,
Giddey's
I don't know if
been
y'all.
really good.
Which, by the way, real talk. I don't know if you noticed, but yesterday,
Mhm.
Josh Giddey surpassed Scottie Pippen on the triple doubles list for the Chicago Bulls. I just want to put that out. Keep going.
If only they counted all his 19, 7, and 7 games as triple doubles.
Yeah.
Maybe then he'd.
I did also see Philly
there's
scored
between-
25 points in the first quarter.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
had
they
almost 70.
started off the game
It was
ridiculous.
43,
The
I
second half killed them, and the fourth quarter was egregious. They just couldn't score.
Mhm.
I think they went like 5 minutes without making a shot. It was terrible.
Only 36.
Well, that's a check, Moss. They don't count almost triple doubles. They don't do that. No, that's not a thing.
What
You know,
about
we don't
damn
count
near
almost triple doubles. No, we don't do that.
Damn near
No,
triple
we don't
doubles.
count those. No, we don't do that.
That's the
Almost
problem.
only-
That's what's hurting Scottie Pippen's legacy. If they counted damn near triple doubles, he might be able to.
I
Russell
don't
Westbrook.
know. I don't know how they do things in Texas, real talk, but almost only counts in horseshoes. That's it. In landmines. That's it. That's the only. That's where almost counts at. So there you have it. But yeah, he just and by the way, Scotty, it's not like Josh Giddey been there for like 5 or 6 years. He only been there for like 5 minutes. He just got there. And he already passed
Just over a year. Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
just
crazy.
That
That really is crazy.
You know what? I just thought, chill. Did they create cornhole as a way to not play horseshoes anymore?
Yes. Yeah, because horseshoes is dangerous.
Didn't even think about that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But anyway, real talk. I just wanted to put that on your mind. Josh Giddey just passed Scottie Pippen on the triples doubles list with the Chicago Bulls. So they rolling. They are absolutely rolling. We'll see.
They number one in the East, correct?
Yeah.
Uno.
How many triple doubles is that he passed Scottie Pippen with?
I think it's under. It's under 20, isn't it? Or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be that many.
he's
Who's
only been
number
there a
one?
year.
Is he now number?
No, it got to be Jordan.
I
No,
think
I
it's
think
It's
so.
definitely
Still.
Jordan.
He's going
Jordan
past
at least
him, though.
got 50, 60
I think it's
at least.
still
Josh
Jordan.
Giddey.
You think Jordan got
has
60 triple doubles?
Yeah, hell yeah.
60?
Jordan was
Josh
grabbing
Giddey has
Giddey's
9
gone
for
past
the
him.
Bulls. Josh Giddey has
Giddey's
9
gonna
for the
pass him.
Bulls. So Scottie Pippen all them years had 8 triple doubles.
Let's not slander Scottie Pippen.
Look at
Yeah,
Ron.
Morris, I thought we were
Because
pushing
you have
agendas.
100 triple doubles.
I'm not pushing it. I'm just dominant triple
how-
doubles, man. If they counted.
All I know, Ox, is them 21, 9, and 8 days led to championships. So we clear.
Right.
Let's just because it wasn't 21, 10, and 11, still that doesn't minimize.
Were the Bulls ever number 1 in the East with Scottie Pippen as the best player?
I think in the
Shut up,
94
bro.
season,
They were the number 1.
in
Oh,
the
man.
94 season,
Mars
they were not
talks
the number
agenda?
1 seed. They were not the
Yes.
number 1 seed. No. Mm-mm.
Interesting.
By the way, Ron, Jordan only had 28 triple doubles. I just looked. Yeah.
He was about halfway there, Ron. He was about halfway there.
The chill.
Maybe it's just the allure.
How
You
serious?
thought
though,
Mike
Chill,
was
is
out there
this?
rebounding and passing the ball? Stop.
But yeah, real
How-
talk want to put him in best offensive player ever conversations. Okay.
Oh, he for sure is though.
Damien, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say, Chill. How serious do you think this Joel Embiid get in the way stuff is? Because I feel they got some great guard play. They're working him back, but it looks a little out of sorts when he's out there. I mean, Ox, you're 100% right. No one's taken on his contract. So what is this? How does this resolve itself? Because he's not getting any healthier, it seems. He's got no cartilage left in his knees.
I think that putting him in different space can remedy the situation. I mean, it's not just something that's going to work itself out, right? This isn't a headache that's just going to go away. Like, I think that putting him in different space where in Mars is the Joel Embiid aficionado. Where he screws me up, Mars, is when he's at the nail or he's at the top of the key and we're moving the ball and he's standing like right in the middle of the guard play. If I got BJ Edgecombe on the right wing and then I got Maxey on the left wing and then I got Joel Embiid right in the middle of that, right? I'd much rather Joel Embiid operate at the free throw line or maybe in the middle of the free throw line or even in the mid post, because I feel like with the defense collapsing on him, I can get so much more action from other guys. I could get so much more action from him when he's standing at the top of the key, which is what I see yesterday, where he's asking for the ball. And when he's doing that, now guys are just standing around and watching him. When he's in the middle in that mid post area, guys like Kelly O, who loves that left wing. He loves that left wing. He's cracking that three, and it looks really efficient. I just feel like with Joel Embiid, when I say he's in the way, I mean, in that aspect, if I put them in different space, I think that they could be a lot more efficient. Not just get them off the floor, but put them in different space where the offense can be more fluid.
I mean, when have
I mean,
they
I
done
disagree.
that, though, like
But
with Philly?
I just disagree. But like, I don't know. I think last night was the best he's looked. So I don't know. I'm optimistic, I guess, but not the best he
optimistic too.
played.
Weird
Just the
watching.
best he looked.
Weird watching.
Last night was the only game I would say he actually looked fine on defense. Like, especially in the second half when he couldn't buy a shot, his defense was fine. Making plays at the rim, he jumped multiple times. He was making rotations. I think each game has been better than the last. Offensively, I think it's been fine. The reason they use him at the top of the key is because they're running dribble handoffs with him and Maxey, which seem to be uber effective. So I don't know why I would change that, because you get Maxey's ability to get downhill with a Joel Embiid screen, and Joel's been really good as a screener. So I think it's opening those guys up. Finding Maxey and VJ for backdoor cuts has been very useful as well, with Joel Embiid being a more willing passer. The scoring stuff is not really something I question with Joel Embiid. This is someone who's now got 4 straight 20-point games while playing on a minutes restriction less than 25 minutes. Last night, the second half was egregious. I'm not going to defend when you go 1 for 10 in the second half. Yeah. But the thing is, Joel Embiid's offense is not what concerns me. Do I think Joel Embiid is going to go 7 for 21 every game? No. Joel Embiid can score the basketball. That's not the concern. It's how is he moving on defense? How does he fit into the flow of things offensively? The Sixers offense is better with Joel Embiid on the court thus far this season. Small sample size. If he's only played, 5 games? But that even includes the terrible Boston game he played. The offense hasn't been the problem, in my opinion. The defense has been the problem. He's been terrible on defense. But last night, I think he was better on defense. So I think each game, he's getting more and more comfortable. He's moving better and better as each game goes on. By the time you get to December, by the time you get to January, when Embiid's not on a minutes restriction anymore, if he's moving like anything competent on defense, I think he makes the team better. Now, is he going to be worth the 55 whatever million he's making? Doubtful. Like, that's a lot of money. But I still wholeheartedly believe that the Sixers team is maximized with a healthy Joel Embiid out there. I don't think any championship aspirations exist without Joel Embiid. I don't think any real playoff run aspirations exist without Joel Embiid. And Philly are trying to compete. So I think they need Joel Embiid. I think they need Paul George. Jared McCain coming back was a big deal for them. He didn't look good, but he was out there just getting minutes, trying to get into game shape. You could see he plays 3 minutes and he's tired as hell. So like they're still working their way up into shape. But I'm more encouraged by the fact that this is like the first Philly team that doesn't fall apart when Joel Embiid's off the court. Like you can afford to ramp up Joel Embiid in games. Yeah, yesterday they all fell apart. When Joel was on the court, they fell apart. When Joel was off the court, they were falling apart. The second half yesterday was just bad. And that's something that we could talk about. Tyrese Maxey struggled in that second half. VJ struggled in that second half. I vividly remember there was a play. Embiid set a screen for VJ. The ball switched it. VJ had Vucevic on him. So, and then VJ kicked it to Embiid. Embiid gave it right back to VJ, telling him to attack Vuce in isolation. And VJ gave it right back to Joel Embiid. And then Joel Embiid threw it right back to VJ again and told him to attack Vuce in isolation. And then VJ threw it right back to Joel Embiid. And like, so it's just like stuff like that. Like you just got to get into a rhythm of things. The offense kind of lost its way in the second half. But I'm not worried about Joel Embiid offensively. He missed shots he can normally make, especially in the mid-range. That's just whatever shot variance. KD went 6 for 18 the other night. Like elite scorers are going to have games where they don't make shots.
Sure, it happens.
But Embiid looking good on defense. He had like 3 steals and 4 blocks yesterday. It's more than Stocks. He was making the first quarter wasn't very good for him defensively. I'll call a spade a spade. But from that point on, the second quarter,
you mean the switch on Josh Giddey at the 3-point
line?
There
was a play where Vucevic
was just driving past him as well.
Yeah, there was a play where Vuce blew right by him for a dunk. But the second quarter onwards, I think Embiid was really good on defense. There was a play he made. Was it Josh Giddey he blocked at the rim, or maybe Buzelis? I can't remember. It was one of those guys in transition. Then there was another play where Buzelis tried to dunk on Embiid, and Maxey and Embiid were both there. Embiid contested vertically, jumped, was very willing to make that contest. He was rotating out to the 3-point line. There was a play in which he switched onto someone on the perimeter and held his own. He looked good on defense, like not prime Embiid, obviously not, but he looked fine.
Sure.
So if you can just keep getting that progress, we're talking about someone who played his first like major game in 8-9 months, like 2.5 weeks ago.
against real good
Like-
competition last night too.
Like
Mars, I feel like you're being. What's the Jordan used to coin this
up to
is it called bias
bias
optimism?
bias
bias
optimism? Yeah, you're having.
I mean, I don't know what.
think
I mean,
you're having bias
I
optimism.
mean, I think I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm seeing someone move better,
Which
each
is
game,
fair.
and I'm saying
I just looked at
I see that continuing.
Baller, what they call it, Data Baller. I mean, they have a negative net rating when he's on the court.
They do because of the defense that I said has been egregious.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Offensively-
You acting like I'm leaving details out.
No,
I said
I'm
he's
just
been
saying,
egregious
like,
on defense. Yeah, that's the reason they have a negative. I think their defensive rating with him on the court is like 127. They've been a terrible.
it's
defense as well.
126.5. Yeah.
Yeah, because
what do
quite
you
frankly, because
think,
he's
like-
been egregious on defense in the games he's played, bar last night. I don't
So
know.
I'm
what
at-
the
Wallace
team
would
on the
never.
court last night.
So I'm gonna Ben Wallace would never is crazy. Like, what do you think is
accurate.
It is. What do you think is Joel Embiid's like peak now? Like, what are you looking to get from Joel Embiid now?
Moving forward, Mars, where are
Yeah,
we?
like,
with Joel Embiid moving
Defense
forward?
like I saw last night would do me just fine. If we can get defense like I saw in the second half yesterday, alongside the offensive game that, as far as I'm concerned, the offense I've been seeing in the Wizards game, like just ramp up the minutes on that type of offense. And then there you got Embiid, who's going to score 30 on any given night, and is a good defender. That's what I expect from Joel Embiid when
Do
he's
you think
fully
like
healthy
he has
off of this
to
restriction.
like pick and choose? Like, hey, maybe if I do want to try to like up my defensive value, maybe I do get a little work. Like similar to,
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm sure you watch like LeBron nowadays. Like when LeBron
I
wants
think
to
they
play
have to,
defense,
though. I
that
think they
means
have
he's about to not be a great offensive player, like for the time being.
I don't think it has to be, oh, if I'm going to play defense, I'm just not going to be able to score. But I do think it has to be, it's more of a concerted effort to not overexert yourself in the regular season. I think that's like, so I've watched every Philly game with Joel Embiid, without Joel Embiid. The first game against Boston, he was just flat out egregious on both sides of the ball. There was no rhythm. He literally didn't leave the ground. It was the most floor-bound game I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it was terrible. Then the next game against Charlotte, offensively, he was cool. But defensively, he only made a few plays here and there. It was very sporadic when he would actually choose to do things on defense. Then he missed the Orlando game. Philly looked good. Tyrese Maxey looked really good. Then they play the Wizards. And in the second half, Joel Embiid's defense was the first time I was like, oh, Joel Embiid looks okay on defense. In the second half of that game. The first half, egregious. Second half, oh, Joel Embiid. Interesting. Then the Boston game that just happened was, to that point, the best defense I'd seen him play. And even in that game, he still wasn't good on defense. But that was the best defense I'd seen him play because the effort ramped up once again in the second half. Last night, the effort ramped up from the second quarter. And I'm not saying you're going to get a full game of Joel Embiid on defense. But what I am saying is, I think if you watch each of these games, if you watch the Boston game opening night and you watch the Bulls game last night, you will see a night and day difference in how he's moving just 2 weeks apart. And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying he's going to improve by the same rate because that's not possible. But if you fast forward a month from now, I expect Joel Embiid to be moving even better. And what does that look like? Does that look like all defensive caliber? Probably not. Does that look like he's the best big in the league? Probably not. But it does look like someone who's off a minutes restriction, is still one of the best scorers on the planet, and can protect the rim. And if he can do those things for the Sixers with a healthy Paul George, with a healthy Jared McCain, I think they're a legitimately good team. I don't expect Joel Embiid to be 2024 Joel Embiid anymore. That was, in my opinion, the best player on the planet while he was playing. I don't expect him to do that. But what I do expect him to do is be able to score the basketball in a variety of ways, draw fouls, play dribble handoff game with Maxey and VJ, and then protect the rim. That's all I'm expecting him to do. And I think last night was the closest we've been to seeing him do those things.
Right. And I think that you get that, Mo. I do think that you get that. I just don't think that you're going to get it to your point like you got it in the past. And I think that's because Joel Embiid is on the floor. Yeah. People expect that, right? Because Joel Embiid is still with the Sixers, they still expect the older they expect the Joel Embiid of old. Let me rephrase that, right? And to your point about the dribble handoff, I saw that. He ended up getting a dribble handoff. Maxey ended up getting a dribble handoff from Joel Embiid, and he went downhill and attacked Vooch. And that's good action. I think that's really good action. The problem is I don't think that they do that nearly as much as they should do it. And not just with Maxey, I think with the other guys too. And I think where the other problem is that I find them, especially when he gets the ball at the top, where he wants to throw the ball between his legs and go one-on-one. I watch them watching him do that, and there isn't as much action as there should be because Joel Embiid can pass the ball. He's not joke or anything like that, but he can pass the ball. I'd like to see more action, and I'd like to see him working closer to the basket, more in the mid-range and in the mid-post, because I think that he could be much more effective. So that's what I mean when I say that he's in the way, because I feel like the court shrinks when he's at the top and you got the
he's been playing like that though.
Yeah, like, how's that working?
But
I mean, when he was healthy, he was the best scorer in the league.
And it's not working, and he's not that anymore, right? One of the main reasons why it was working was because Joel Embiid was healthy, and we could get him in action like that where he could be as effective. Joel Embiid ain't blowing by guys like he used to anymore. Joel Embiid, even though he will crack the three and he will knock down an open shot, like he's not doing that at the rate that I would like him to do right now. Maybe moving forward, I could get that. And that's where starting in the mid-post, starting in the mid-range, I feel like that can work to our advantage. And then we can expand our offense a little bit more, as opposed to him being that ball stopper in the middle of the offense where guys find themselves watching. And I think it stagnates their offense.
Damian, I know you have the degree in the sports science and everything. Mars, you're talking about Joel Embiid progressing like in a linear fashion. Well, and basically,
I guess,
kind of.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, because Damian earlier said he doesn't really have cartilage in his knees anymore, or at least one of them. I just feel like that's not real. I think there's going to be like, it's going to be sporadic, because the last player I remember with this kind of a problem that was elite is Dwayne Wade. And by the time we got to like 2013, 2014, it was like, oh yeah, D Wade this night could look like old D Wade, but then this other night he looks like, oh damn, does D Wade need to like retire? He looks like it's. I don't think Joel Embiid is going to be like. Yeah. I don't think Joel Embiid's going like this. I think it's going to be like this. I think it's going to be nice where Joel Embiid looks really good. I think it's going to be nice where Joel Embiid looks like he can't move.
Mars, is it fair to say that, I mean, because I'm the same way when it comes to players. I mean, is it fair to say that you love Joel Embiid so much that you would love to see that Joel Embiid again? So there's a part of you that's hoping that you can see some iteration of that for a stretch?
My Joel Embiid's love comes from the fact that I don't like how people talk about how great he was when he was healthy. I just don't. That's what I don't like. It's not like, oh, Joel Embiid is one of my favorite players to watch. It's like, watching Philly games when Joel Embiid was in his prime, especially when James Harden was there, it took about 3 hours because there was 89 free throws. So it wasn't like the greatest time to watch. But I just don't like. I said when Joel Embiid was playing in 23, 24, I think he was the best player in the world at that point. Like he was playing better than everyone. Apparently that's a crazy
Joker.
Take.
That includes Giannis.
Like apparently that's a crazy take. Like this guy was undeniably one of the 3 best players on the planet year after year after year, with Jokic, with Giannis, with Luka, if you want to put them all in that group. But now all of a sudden we're just acting like that wasn't true because of the injuries he's been dealing with, and I don't appreciate that. I stand up for the underrepresented. Like if I feel like the way you get discussed is wrong, I'm going to defend you. It's why I defend James Harden. It's why I started defending Chris Paul. It's why I defend Joel Embiid. It's why I defend Kevin Durant. If I don't like the way people are speaking about someone, the way the agenda or the narrative has been spun about these players, and I don't agree with it, I end up taking the more defensive side. And then ultimately people end up switching up eventually. And then I end up taking the other side of the fence. Like, for example, with Jokic. I was very pro Jokic. Yeah. I was very pro Jokic 22, 23 before he won a championship. And everyone was like, oh, he's not that good. He's a fraud, blah, 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 blah. Then Jokic won a championship. Everyone decided to do a full 180, while my opinion of Jokic has stayed relatively the same, give or take a few opinions changing slightly. But everyone else has got so high on Jokic that now I find myself on the other side of the fence more often than not, because I feel people flip-flop. Meanwhile, my opinion of Joel Embiid ultimately hasn't changed that much. I think Joel Embiid from 2021 till 2024 was one of the 3 or 4 best players on the planet year after year. That's my opinion of Joel Embiid. Not Joel Embiid this year is going to be the best player in the world. The best player in the East. He's obviously not better than Giannis, guys. Like, obviously, I know he's not better than Giannis. But like, I just don't like the way that he's been discussed for the last 3 or 4 years, and we're rewriting how good he was when he was healthy.
I don't think that
Because
there's
he's
anybody
never
up
healthy. I
here.
just don't like that.
Ron, I don't think there's anybody up here that would dispute that when Joel Embiid was healthy, when he won the league MVP, because I wasn't with the whole, it was a damn, here you go kind of MVP. No, he was averaging 30 a game for 3 straight years, right? He was averaging 10, 11 rebounds, right? So he was getting busy. I don't think that that's something that, I would dispute. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm going to say me specifically. But I think, Mars, when you talk about Joel Embiid, because it sounds to me like you're on Ox's staff of the Johnny Cochran Esquire over here. Like, you're the defense attorney, aficionado, no doubt about that. But with that being said, I want Joe. I understand what you've seen in Joel Embiid, because I saw it too. But I think that we have to come to a point where we have to accept who he's becoming. And I think that there's a part of you that still wants to see him for what he used to be. And I don't think he's that anymore. And I think that there's a part of you that wants to see that from him.
He can still score.
Yeah, and remember who we now. But
I'm watching the guy score 20 in 25 minutes. The guy can still score.
And remember who we talking about here. We talking about arguably the best scorer in the game.
Yeah, right? I never called him that.
Okay,
but he can still score. All I said was with actual minutes, when he's off a minutes restriction, he can still score 30. That's what I said.
Yes, he could. But what I'm saying, Mars, is with him being able to still get buckets like he does, right? Yes. When he ramps up, the fact that he can still score, what do you expect him to score like? Do you expect him to score like the Joel Embiid of old, or do you expect
him to be able to score 30? That's it. I don't expect.
Right. So
I don't expect him to be the best player in the world. No, it's not.
On any given night or every night?
You're putting words in my mouth. I think.
I just want to make sure that I'm following you, Mars. That's all.
Okay. I'm gonna make this. This is my exact words. Sure. Everything I say is exactly what I mean. So it can't be misinterpreted. If you misinterpret it, you're just choosing to.
You listening?
I do not think 2024 Joel Embiid is going to come back. I think when 23-24 Joel Embiid was playing before Kuminga landed on his knee in January, he was the best player in that season to that point. I think he was on his way to a borderline unanimous MVP at that point. Mm-hmm. That was before Luka had really taken off, which is why I'm saying.
Sure. Yeah.
I would have been very interested to see that MVP race unfold if they both stayed healthy. Okay. Anyway, this Joel Embiid coming off another knee surgery, another playoffs being hurt, I do not think is capable of that, particularly because of how far I think his defense has regressed. In 2024, Joel Embiid was an all defensive caliber big alongside being arguably the top 3 offensive player on the planet. I think Joel Embiid can still score at an extremely high rate. His ability to draw fouls is elite. His mid-range game is elite. He still has craft around the rim. I'm seeing that right now on a minutes restriction. Do I think he could average 35 a game? No. Do I think he could be Philly's best scorer? Yes. Do I think he's going to help the Philly offense? Yes. The reason I don't think the Joel
keep going.
The reason I don't think the Joel Embiid of old is going to come back is because A, the sustainability of this, and B, the defense is not going to return to all defensive levels. But I do still think he can be one of the best offensive players, albeit not a top 5 offensive player like he was a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. That's my thoughts on Joel Embiid. I think he can still produce top 15 level value. On a consistent basis, no. But on a basis of regular consistency, on any given night, I think Joel Embiid can return top 15 value over the course of a season with all the back-to-backs he misses, probably all-star value, top 20, 25. Like, that's probably the range of where he's at. That's where I view Joel Embiid.
The reason why I'm pushing back on this, Mars, is because one of the main reasons why he was what he was because, like you just said, I think that he could get 30 on any given night, right? And that was one of the main reasons why he was at the top of the league in terms of bucket getters. I mean, I think that there's a time when you could say, maybe even you in particular, you could say that Joel Embiid was arguably the best scorer in the game, right? So if I could get, if I could get that back with some level of consistency, there will be conversations about Joel Embiid being in that conversation again, right?
From me.
So with that, maybe not from you, but with that being said, we've seen plenty of times where guys get in conversations and it becomes a conversation with us. The point that I'm making is the reason why Joel Embiid was in these conversations was because, to your point, he could get the buckets that he got, at the fashion that he got it, as consistently as he got it. Now, in terms of the defense, okay, you haven't seen the defense. Can that defense ramp up like his scoring will ramp up as the minutes progress? Can we get back to that? Because we got back to the bucket getting. Is it ridiculous to think that we could get back to the defense being not all league defensive level, but to a point where he's even better than what he is now? Because he's not that good. Can we get back to that point? And if we do get,
they need him to be better than he is now.
Sure. And if we do get back to that point where the defense is respectable, where you can't just go to the rim on Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid will rebound at a high rate. If I'm getting 30, if I'm getting on average 26, 27 a game in 30 minutes from Joel Embiid, plus I'm getting competent defense, are we not still talking about Joel Embiid like he's one of the 10 best players in the world?
No.
I mean, but
even
there
that's not what I was talking about him before.
Yeah.
Before I was saying he was a top 3 player in the world. So even if he's top 10, that's not me saying he's the Joel Embiid of old, because the Joel Embiid of old, in my opinion, would be a top. The way Luka Giannis, he'd be a top 5 player in this world, in my opinion. No disrespect to Wemby, he'd be a top 5 player in this world. So even if he's 9th or 10th, that's still not the Joel Embiid of old. Also, it sounds like you want me to say I want to view Joel Embiid the same way I did.
I just feel
because now you're making an argument on why he could be when I'm saying I don't think he will. So
the reason why is, Mars, because I've heard you so many times over the years talk about how good you think Joel Embiid is, and I feel like with listening to you, and I feel like with listening to you, and you just made it abundantly clear. The Joel Embiid of old, the top 3 guy, it's going to be pretty difficult to get back to that level. I think that guy may be, it may be a wrap for that guy. But is it ridiculous to think that we could still talk about him in a space that was close to that? Because I feel like with listening to you talk about him, maybe we can.
On any given night, maybe. Consistently, I doubt it. I don't think he's going to play enough. To Road Talk's point, I think when you deal with stuff like Joel Embiid's knee and even like to a lesser extent Kawhi's knee, I just don't think on a game-to-game basis they're going to be able, because like sometimes it just doesn't feel right. And that's not because you've added an injury, or it's just sometimes your knee just doesn't respond the way you want it to. So I do think Joel's going to be more liable to have games where he scores 11 points on 4 for 14 because he just and then he's not jumping, because his knee just doesn't feel right. But then if you look at it, it's like, oh, well, there's no structural damage. There's no swelling. But you know when something just doesn't feel right. I think that's entirely possible. So I think that's what you're going to have to deal with Joel Embiid. There's going to be the ultra low lows that didn't exist a year and a half ago. Like his consistency in that 23-24 season was through the roof. It was like every game he's either going to be providing elite defense, elite scoring. He was going to be one of the best offensive players on the planet. You're not going to get that anymore, I don't think. But I do think on a good Joel Embiid night, yeah, I do think he's still capable of giving a team 40. I do think he's still capable of anchoring a good defense. I just think maybe that might be once every 2 weeks. And you need consistency to be a top 5 player. You need consistency to be a top 10 player. That's where I think Joel Embiid is going to struggle. But if Philly can get him healthy for the playoffs, fully healthy, ready to go, no minutes restriction, no issues with the knee, I think they're willing to accept the lows in return for the highs they theoretically believe and see where they can go with it. Does that mean they'll win a championship? Doubt it. But I think that's what they're willing to accept. So we'll see. We'll see. It's Philly in 6 though, for sure. Philly in 6. Joel Embiid Finals MVP. What I will say, if Philly do win a championship magically, and Joel Embiid does magically win Finals MVP, the 180 people will do on Joel Embiid, I will end up being on the side where I'm talking more against Joel Embiid than for him. And it's not because my opinion of Joel Embiid's changed. It's going to be because everyone else is just going to do a full 180, and I'm going to be like, okay, now all of a sudden he's better than all of these guys.
Real talk, he's better than Shaq. Real talk, he's better than Shaq.
So that's what's going to happen. I just want to make sure everyone is aware that my opinion of Joel Embiid is not going to change, but everyone else will, and I'm going to end up being on the other side of the argument, being called a Joel Embiid hater.
All right, y'all. Well, Mars has told us all the reasons why he believes that Joel Embiid will be all NBA this year and will lead the league in scoring. But we are going to transition into the next portion of the show, which you guys already know what time it is. It is the Crunch Time Chats. Before I get to the Crunch Time Chats today, let me acknowledge the Crunch Time Chats yesterday by way of the Glazers from the show yesterday. These are the top Glazers in the chat, trailblazers, if you will. Number 1, Anna Monica Studios. Number 2, SMN R&D. Shout out my favorite chatter. Number 3, Average Joe. Number 4, the Jonathan Frazier. And number 5, Tupac Westside. Shout out to those 5. You guys held it down yesterday. We'll see who really can climb the glazing charts and glaze beyond infinity and back and all of that good stuff. But aside from that, shout out Chill with Chill. If you haven't watched Chill with Chill comes on Thursdays and Saturdays. Make sure to set your alarm bell so you can get a notification for when it's time to chill with Chill and maybe somebody else. And then also on Wednesdays, which is today, there's a show called Press Box, and they talk about football, NFL, college football, high school football, football in general. And yesterday was the NFL trade deadline, so they have a lot to talk about. Chat, share with me. Chill, say it with me. Rashid Shaheed. They'll be talking about all that good stuff, especially Rashid Shaheed. And last but not least, super chats. Let's get into it, y'all. The first one I got is from Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart said, I'm surprised more of the league hasn't figured out that when a Presty drafted player becomes available, it's usually in your best interest to do it. He don't got many misses.
This is like the opposite Miami Heat paradox, where they overachieve with Miami and then you get that Miami Heat player and then they underachieve with you. It's like the opposite of that with OKC.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, we definitely know about that in La La Land because Kendrick Nunn, Boo Boo got
Mr.
to
Gabe
the Lakers.
Vincent.
Knee just
Gabe
stopped
Vincent.
working. Gabe Vincent got over here, couldn't shoot anymore.
That's what y'all get though. A bunch of
man.
poachers. That's what y'all are. Y'all are poachers. That's what y'all get.
Whatever. Hey man,
Gabe Vincent started on a finals team. Just so we clear, I want y'all to remember that.
Oh.
Gabe Vincent was the starting point guard on a finals team. He is on that Laker team, and y'all can't get that dude out of town fast enough.
can't do it.
Like he didn't have,
Y'all
like
are
he didn't
so
have
over
18
him.
in a quarter in the preseason. You guys are haters.
That's
Yeah,
right.
in the preseason. Yeah, Ox, you keep enjoying them Russ hoops. By the way, keep enjoying them Russ hoops.
I'm not
Russ
mad
has
at
not
Russ.
been a
Hey,
problem,
I'm
by
not
the
mad at
way.
I'm not saying he
At
has.
all.
I'm just saying keep it. That's why I said enjoy it. He been playing well.
Big Ox, I'll be enjoying it
Here
with
go
you.
agenda talking.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't expect.
Mars,
I don't expect
you
much.
just sat up here and explained your agenda. By the way, Mister,
I didn't explain an
represent.
agenda.
I
explained
represent
my
the
opinion.
little underrepresented.
The
guy, but
underrepresented,
when I
yeah.
do it, I'm an agenda pusher. This is nasty.
What
Mars,
underrepresented people did you represent? You
Giannis,
represent Giannis and Luka, the most represented
you are
individuals in the
representing
league.
Embiid. What are you talking about?
Are you gonna act like he get represented the same way Luka and Giannis do?
Are we
the
going to
same
act
Joel
like
Embiid.
Giannis hasn't been knocked down ever since 23 in that first round series
Okay,
loss
first of all,
against Miami?
just because Jokic is overly represented does not mean that Giannis and Luka are not represented highly. Joel Embiid's PR is in the gutter.
Represented highly.
Joel Embiid has some of the worst PR this side of Kevin Durant.
And that
In the
definitely
world.
change. And that's going to
It's
change.
Joel
Giannis
Embiid,
did in
James
both
Harden,
23.
Joel Embiid, James
To be
Harden.
fair, they did it to themselves, Mars.
Chris
Yo, chill. This
Paul,
is
maybe,
this is
are
such
some of
this
the
is
most
such a this is such
disrespected
a
legends we've seen.
this is such a Malibu conversation. Chill. These dudes is up here arguing about who has a smaller pool. Well, no, your pool was like, come on, are y'all serious? My Bentley isn't good enough.
Problems, yeah. First world
This is
problems.
I got
crazy.
3 Bentleys.
Mars,
You only got 2.
would you consider yourself like the basketball, like the Robin Hood of basketball?
Not when it comes to guys like Joel Embiid, but I definitely think like when I'm pushing the boat for my glorious King Musa Diabate, or when I try to tell people about Mohamed Gay on the Atlanta Hawks. By the way, people need to start paying attention. Mohamed Gay is an elite defensive player. That's when I think I'm doing the great work of a Robin Hood, giving those roles.
It's just fair. It's just fairness, Mars. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Hey,
like,
fellas,
Alex
fellas,
Caruso, glorious guy, Lonzo.
Our guest is about to come through in a second. Once again, if you guys don't know who Dunkademics is, go look him up on TikTok. Look up his YouTube. It's linked to the account. Look up his Instagram. He has one of the greatest social media profiles when it comes to just basketball, but in specific, obviously, dunking. So when he gets up here, we are going to rate, or we are going to choose the best dunker from every franchise. So this should be fun. It's going to be interesting, and I'm excited for it. But before we do that, we're going to read a few more super chats, and then we'll go ahead and bring him up. Teddy Hart, to address your super chat about Sam Presti players, chill. I'm watching OKC last night, and I'm watching Isaiah Joe get busy. And it brought me back to what we were talking about the other day, where I was like, OKC don't need no They don't need these picks. They got all of these good players on the bench. They got Aaron Wiggins. They got Isaiah Joe. They got AJ Mitchell. They got Jalen Williams. Not J-Dub, but Jalen Williams. They got a bench full of players. They got Casey Wallace once J-Dub gets back. But then after I keep watching Isaiah Joe get busy, I'm like, this dude go get paid somewhere. They're not gonna be able to afford him. So chill. Maybe you're right. Maybe they do need to keep all their draft picks.
Ron, what it sounds like to me, Ox, you got a bunch of checks just laying around. Even though you got a bunch of money in the bank, but you got a bunch of checks that you haven't cashed yet. You know what, Ox, you don't need them checks. Give them up. You know, like this money might not never run out. There's a possibility that this money could run out one day. So just saying.
But Philly gave up on Isaiah Joe. Like, he had pedigree coming into the league, but seems like OKC's just unlocked what he's good at. And they got a knack of doing that.
They tend to do that pretty well. But what's going on? We got my man Dunkademics in the house. What's up, man? How you living today?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Doing great. Doing great.
Happy to have you.
Hey, shout out to getting flushed on, yo. Shout out to getting punched on. I'm loving that. We got to do this talking about dunking. Yes, sir. Shout out to throwing it over the top of a big man. I love that. Yes, sir.
Yo, Billy, so I got some questions I got to ask you. But before we get into, rating the best dunker from every franchise, I just want to know, like, are you just a big hoops fan, or did you used to dunk on people back in the day, or today? I don't know what the bounce looking like still.
So I'm a little too old now to be dunking on people, but I used to dunk on people every now and then.
Okay.
Shout out the high flyers.
Same.
Yes, sir.
You had like a crazy vertical?
Mars, you dunking.
So I mean, compared to the professionals today, I wasn't like too crazy, but I could jump like 43 back in the day.
Oh, just 43, you know.
Something like, something like
43.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 43.
I've been up there a couple times. Yeah. Climbed the ladder.
So did your brand start on you dunking? What, like, was it surrounded around that?
Yeah, so I mean, I used to upload my videos of me dunking just for fun on YouTube, like before I knew it could turn into anything. And then I had a couple guys around me who were good dunkers, so I would just like put my camera on the floor and just film our dunk sessions. And then I started getting injured, but I still enjoyed like filming the other guys, so I just like turned that into Dunkademics, and that was it.
Yeah, so like the current NBA dunk contest, like a lot of people say, it's watered down. I would like to hear your thoughts on that, and I would also like to hear too. Do you think like the old Billy, the real Dunkademics, you think you would step in and win a dunk contest today?
It would depend. I mean, with my best dunks, I wasn't like super consistent, so I might not do too well in the NBA dunk contest because I'm like 5'10", 5'11". So even with a decent vertical, like I wasn't the best dunk I could do is just like a between the legs, which is good, but for
I put a ball between my legs and punch it on the 10.
Yeah, so I know like
5'10". What the hell?
But for a dunk contest these days, like a between the legs isn't like the craziest thing, you know. But yeah, the dunk contest now it's hard because there's a lot of good dunks still being done by guys like Mac McClung, obviously. But people really want to see the star power. So we really just need to get to that point where we have the stars who are actually good at dunking. And unfortunately, like the guys like Zion and John Morant just have declined or have been injured. So it just hasn't happened.
Do you think they should start letting like professional dunkers, hop in the dunk contest too? Or should it just be only for NBA players?
It's hard to say. It would make it exciting. It would make the dunks better. But if the fans don't know who they are, then they're not going to be too invested in it. So it's hard to say how well it would do.
I don't know. I think like good dunks being completed on the first try definitely gives, the dunk competition its aura. To me, like the best dunk contest I've ever seen in the NBA was between Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Those weren't necessarily, NBA superstars, but they were pulling off some ridiculous dunks and doing it on the first try. So I don't know if it's about the star name. I mean, that definitely helps, but great dunking between two or more competitors and it being done on the first try is still a great show to watch for sure.
That's definitely true, and that's why
like
Mac McClung is doing so well. Is you know, even though he's technically G League most of the time, I mean his dunks are just insane. So,
what were you about to say, Damien?
If we start letting the professional dunkers in the dunk contest, or have only professional dunkers, we're entering like a new space, because these guys only dunk. Like we would see stuff that we would sort of the general NBA public would have never seen before. So to Real Talk's point, I think it could be an exciting spectacle, even if they're the superstardom isn't attached to it. I think it could be crazy. But if you go there, you can never go back, because what those guys can do, they're basically doing it as their job. So it's like, it's a slippery slope potentially.
It might take like a year, maybe two, just like to adjust and to get, for the fans to adjust to that. They might be like, oh, who is this guy? But then when somebody wins it and you see somebody do something crazy, I think even like the younger kids especially, they'll be like, yo, like we need some more of that. So maybe after maybe a year or two of kind of people not watching, I think people will tap back into it. So it's just up to if the NBA is willing to sacrifice a year of less viewers,
Do you think that the stars not getting in the dunk contest ruined the dunk contest? Like James not getting in it. You think that ruined what the dunk contest was?
I mean, I wouldn't say it ruined it, but it definitely didn't help. It kind of started the process of superstars saying like, oh, maybe I don't have to do this. And that kind of, it definitely took the dunk contest down a notch. I wouldn't say ruined it, but definitely didn't help.
Yeah.
It was like a rite of passage at some stage.
And Billy, for the record, I know the gray hair might fool you, but I used to have some hops back in the days. Yes,
I believe it. I believe it.
I won a dunk contest or two in my day. Yes.
Oh dang. Okay.
And it's on record. So
what was your best dunk?
Yeah, but back in his day, you could win with the Kenny Smith type dunk. So
which was revolutionary, by the way. But I could and I know this might sound crazy. The Dominique Wilkins 2-hand windmill, I could do that. And
that's one of my favorite dunk. I love that dunk.
And the Jordan kiss the rim dunk, I could do that too.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Kiss the rim.
Yeah, I could do that.
Chill, you was kissing the rim, Chill?
I could do that. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had hops like that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but Chill, you not the Billy, Chill. You guys aren't the only ones that have won a dunk contest up here. Oh, my bad, not me. This guy has also won a dunk contest.
Hey, okay.
You made it to the championship. You muted.
I lost that dunk contest, but I was pulling off some stuff and lost.
Hold on, can you tell that story again? So what did you do and then what did he do?
So in the final round, I tried to take off from the free throw line, but I didn't take off from the free throw line. I was like that far in front of it. Took off, got it in there, and then he came out, pulled the ball rack out, did a windmill over the ball rack, and it was like, shit, okay. Keep going.
Don't get too impressed. Ox is like, just mind you, Ox is 7 foot with a 7'8" wingspan. So,
well, I'm
6'8".
Sounds
nice.
I'm 6'8", and that's actually still very far.
And to your
but
point,
that was like what you were saying though, Billy. Like I can't do that.
See what I mean? Like you see the color on these papers.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
That's dope, man.
I like that you have it framed. That's awesome.
I just want to put that out there. So I do have to, from time to time, break out that, like, I have to explain to my daughter, I wasn't always your father. There was a time when I used to do something else. So, mine is on record. But I'm super excited about like this dude being here because I'm a huge fan of high flyers. I think this is super dope, no doubt.
Yeah.
Word.
Yo, and Billy,
I like power dunkers though. Like in the
like Sean Kemp and them.
Yeah, like power. Yeah,
but not Blake Griffin.
Well, no, I like Blake as a dunker. I just think that y'all hype his basketball ability. You know what I'm saying?
No, you be calling most of his dunks layups. So I don't know.
Because those are power layups. Those aren't dunks. If you don't touch the rim, you didn't dunk it. If you just
can we get the professional's opinion? Can we get the
Ox, what's the difference between not touching the rim and just throwing it in the rim and
you don't dunk it? That's a power layup.
When I was growing up, we called it net burners, where we just throw it in the rim and get on and get off the rim. Like that's not a dunk to you?
No, in some that's still really cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you what what Blake did to was that Mozgov?
Pau Gasol.
Or was it Pau Gasol? One of those.
You
Mozgov was
talking about the
the
what you call it? The dude that worked for ESPN, Big Perk. He did it to Big Perk. You talking about?
Okay, but
He did to a lot of people,
and that's like, okay, it was still very impressive, Blake. I see you had cruel intentions, but that's a power layup. That's not a dunk. And that's no knock. I'm just saying, like, it's not the same category.
So
for me personally,
I call those. I didn't invent the term, but we call them thrunks. It's a throw-in dunk, and so it's technically still a dunk. I mean, the definition of a dunk is throwing the ball down through the rim. There's no like reference to grabbing the rim or anything like that. So it's still a dunk, but there's just different types of dunks. Like I don't think it's as cool as if you grab the rim, but it's still a dunk. So
right. But yes, but Mars, like Blake Griffin, like power dunkers that's coming through, and maybe that's just.
But also don't get it twisted because he had a few of those throw-in dunks, but he also had the ones where he grabbed the rim too.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah, plenty of those.
Like the one when he threw over Pau Gasol when Pau Gasol didn't block out, and he almost threw him through the rim with the ball.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yes,
Do y'all remember Lob City?
Pau Gasol was kind of a victim.
It was like every night.
I used to hate playing the Clippers. Like
Pau Gasol was like Pau Gasol was like Blake
goodness.
Griffin's personal victim. It was bad.
Y'all, but it wasn't just Blake Griffin getting those thrunks. It was the remember what he did? He ended Brandon Knight's career with a thrunk.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Brandon.
I remember calling out my man Roy, like, what is wrong with this? And Brandon Knight had the audacity, the nerve. I called my buddy because we had just seen that. He had the audacity, the nerve to say in the post game, if I had the opportunity, I would do it again. Hey, throw your ass through the bucket again.
I'm not mad at
He would throw your ass.
We want guys to give effort on defense. We don't want guys to give effort on defense.
It's called business decisions, Mars. Get your ass out the way. Move.
He tried to make a play on the ball.
Now, chill. If it's for Brandon Knight, and I know Brandon Knight's not much of a rim protector, but still, like, I respect that. I can't just watch you dunk the basketball. Like, I got to meet you up top. Got to.
But at some point, it's like you really just call it for an and one at some point. It's really like, yo, just get out the way. You getting in the way now. Just let him get his tool.
Yeah, but imagine he met him up top and blocked the shot there.
Only except he didn't.
That's not going to happen.
Almost broke his neck. That's what happened.
But I think that was a pride. I think that was a pride statement. I think he was just speaking up pride. And maybe he had a concussion. Maybe he was confused.
That's possible.
Would you consider LeBron a power dunker?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
And Billy, what's your take on like the whole in-game dunkers versus creative dunkers versus guys that should be the dunk contest?
You have like the dunk contest dunkers and then the in-game dunkers. So you can do a culmination list of like if you combine the two, or you can just like separate them completely. I usually try to separate them, but
yeah.
Yo, so before we get into this best dunker for every franchise, Billy, my man, I asked you to come with 5 or 10 of your favorite dunkers of all time. I don't know if you got 10. I don't know if you got 5, but I would just like to hear, usually when we have guests on, we have them do their top 10 all time. But since, you Mr. 43 is vertical himself, since you Mr. Dunkademics himself, I want to hear who's your best dunkers or favorite dunkers.
If we're talking about NBA, number one's got to be Vince Carter for me. I think most people typically agree with that. My top 3, I would say, is Vince, MJ, and Dominique Wilkins. I think for me, over the last like 10, 15 years, I haven't really wavered with those guys in my top 3. After that is where it gets like, I've maneuvered them around so much. But guys that I probably like for sure have in my top 10 after that, not really in any order, are like Blake Griffin, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. It gets so tough. There's a lot of guys. I had it written down somewhere.
Was Vince Carter a better in-game dunker than Doc?
Yeah. Yes. 100%. I think because Dr. J
I don't think that's laughable.
Dr. J had the disadvantage of being, one of the earlier guys, so he didn't have the evolution of dunking. He had the basic dunk package.
Sure.
Whereas Vince had like the whole evolution. He like built off of Dr. J. So
yep. Dr. J.
Yeah, so like,
what about Stromile
That's
Smith? Stromile Swift.
So Stromile Swift was, and this is where it gets like tough when you're ranking all-time dunkers. The criteria is important, and so like how many dunks you had is like really important for me. And so Stromile Swift had a really good like few dunks, but if you compare him to other guys who have like way more of a career of dunks, I wouldn't put him quite as high. But if you're just talking about a select few dunks, like a few year period, Stromile Swift would be like way up there for sure.
So it sound like
Stromile
Stromile
guys
got
like
a couple
Dwight
of,
and Shaq, like bigs, like just power bigs, like Dwight.
I'm
and Shaq.
biased against bigs for sure, because I like jumping ability. Like you have to be jumping high, and also it has to look good, like and tricks too. So I mean, I enjoy watching Shaq dunk on people, but as far as like my all-time dunkers, I wouldn't have him like top 10 or anything.
So Wemby's not moving you. Wemby when he's just like placing things, not moving in.
Wemby's on the ground.
Yeah, I seen one of Wemby's dunks this year. He had a
All-Star
12-inch
Weekend.
vertical. I was like, okay.
I don't think this would ever happen, but I think if the dunk contest is really weak, we should have a separate contest that's just Wemby himself and call it what can Wemby do? And basically you see how far he can jump from to dunk it. You see how high he can touch on the backboard. You see how high he can get his head above the rim, and basically just like test everything that Wemby can do. I think that's so crazy.
An episode of Sports Science at the
That'd be awesome.
That's fun.
That'd be amazing.
No, that would be.
Ox is on this Amari Stoudemire thing. I don't think Amari Stoudemire is a big. I think he was a 6'10" super freak athlete, like Blake Griffin kind of. I mean, Ox think he's a big like. Griffin. He was incredible how he punched on guys. What do you think about Amari Stoudemire as a dunker? Amari
was dope. He's definitely more towards the big side, but he had some of that agility, like some of the acrobatic ability also. I was a huge fan when he first came into the NBA. I remember the first game that I watched of him was against the Timberwolves, Kevin Garnett, and he dropped like 38 points, and he had like a fast break, like up and under reverse that was just crazy. Mm-hmm. And then obviously his dunk on Olowokandi when Stephon Marbury's face went crazy. Like he was nasty. He could dunk on anybody, and he had those huge hands, so he could just control the ball and just it was never in doubt with him.
He was one of those guys like that. I really like guys like that got that explosiveness that can just jump so fast. You know what I mean? Just get off the ground super quick. When he comes through on the pick and roll, it's like he got eyes behind his head. He already knows as soon as I catch the ball, just abuse the rim.
Yeah.
And Billy, do you have any?
I'm with Billy though. I'm with Billy though. Like we talk a lot about the big dunkers, 6'10", 6'8", all of that good stuff. I want to see the 6'3", 6'4", or even shorter guys. I like to see that. I like to see somebody really come out with some bounce. Shout out Nate Robinson, guys like that. You know, Baron Davis. Definitely Derrick Rose.
Definitely Derrick Rose.
Billy, do you have any views on the WNBA and the talk around the product if they were to lower the rims and have some more dunking?
Yeah, so I don't think they should lower the rims. When you talk about dunking, it's for the difference between men and women. It's more of just a genetic thing where even if you lower the rims, for the women, the dunks aren't going to look as good just because the guys jump higher. So regardless of what the rim height is, what they're actually lacking is the athleticism. That's what people are complaining about the women not having. So there would be more dunks if they lowered the rim, but it would still, like, you're not going to get to the NBA level of dunks just by lowering the rim. So I don't think it's a good idea. I think they're doing well with their own thing, and just leave it at that.
Yeah, sure. that would be terrible. I would hate that.
Fair enough.
All right, fellas. You'd have to start from a young age too, because you can't just, you know what I mean? So
you can't practice your whole life on a 10-foot rim.
Yeah, of course.
And then go to the league and it's 9.
That's crazy.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. We're gonna run down all 30 franchises. We're gonna discuss and decide who's the best dunker for every franchise, and at the end of the day, we'll know who has their name in our history of the best dunkers. So let's get
Wait,
into
so
it. The
you are
first
talking
one,
about today or all
Are the
time?
Sonics
No,
and are the
all
Sonics
time.
and Thunder the same thing?
All time.
my bad,
Oh,
my
okay.
bad, Mars. 31 teams. We will not associate ourselves with those traders over there. Matter of fact, where's my Sonics?
Hell, man.
Are we really doing
I'll be
the
back with
Sonics?
my
I know
brand.
Sean Kemp's there really doing the Sonics. They're not even a team no more.
I mean, it
We're
would be
all
Sean
time,
Kemp.
not current.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could speed run the Sonics and say Sean Kemp, right?
Yeah. That was
Unless
Yeah, I
you
mean,
make it
it-
like, yeah.
I love Desmond Mason, but he wasn't there long enough to.
Oh, love me some Desmond
Cowboy.
Mason.
Hey, what y'all know about the Cowboy?
If
Love
Desmond
me some
Mason would
Desmond
have
Mason.
stuck around in Seattle and had the career of dunks he had, I would say he's better than Kemp.
Yeah. Desmond was cold.
Yes, sir.
But all right, let's get into it. The first one actually really is easy, y'all. Well, maybe.
The
The
Hawks.
Chicago Bulls.
Oh,
MJ.
Zach LaVine. What?
I mean, Derrick Rose.
Oh, maybe before we
Derrick
get into
Rose
it,
in
maybe we should like talk criteria. Like, what's the criteria? Are we just going like in their peak? Were they better, or like are we talking about?
So
most of
first off,
Zach
Yeah, no,
Levine's
Sean
best
Kemp
dunks
could
were in
play for the
Minnesota.
Cavs too.
So yeah, I'd assume it would be what they
So they had
did
to be-
while they were on that team. I'd assume.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
they
then I
did
would
while
say
they
I
were
would
on
say
that team.
MJ. Yeah, I would say MJ for the Bulls.
Gotta be MJ.
MJ.
Ox,
So-
why your face
So
like
D
that?
Rose not
Because,
good.
because chill. Scotty used to catch bodies. Chill.
Oh
Not
yeah,
like George,
next team.
though.
Next
Not like-
He did,
team,
though.
next
He
team.
did,
Nah,
Next
Scotty
team,
used to
next
come
team,
through
next team,
there.
Next team.
I like the
Most of the
D-Rose
time we saw Scottie
consideration.
Pippen dunking on. Most of the time we saw Scottie Pippen dunking on Patrick Ewing, just like Jordan did. So I mean, a lot of the
Makes
stuff that
sense.
we
Big
seen Scotty
deal.
doing, yeah.
No,
and
shout
Jordan
out to
was
Square
putting him on
Pippen.
post.
Shout out to Square Pippen. He
I
dominated
got
top
Jay.
10. He dominated top 10.
I got
dominated
Jay,
top
but I'm just saying, man. Shout out Scotty, man. He used to come through.
So don't nobody remember I want to go higher? Yeah.
10. Derrick Rose suffers from he didn't dunk a whole lot, but his dunks are memorable. I think.
Definitely.
But when he got up, but it was
Yeah.
like
Jumping
I
ability.
think I've seen Derrick Rose has like less than like 100 dunks for the Bulls. Like, it wasn't a whole lot of dunks. It's hard when you're 6'3". Like getting dunks in the half court in the NBA is difficult, especially
For
as a 6'3"
anybody.
guard. Like yeah, but as a 6'3" guard, it's very rare you're gonna get that opportunity. But when Derrick Rose got up, he got up.
I got Scotty over D Rose. I mean, Scotty used to come through that lane.
I do too.
I got Zach LaVine over Scottie Pippen. So
That's fine.
I think Zach LaVine is kind of he's disappointing as a game dunker because for how amazing he was in the dunk contest and for being 6'6" with long arms, I feel like his in-game highlight reel should be way better than it is. Like there aren't really any memorable Zach LaVine poster dunks like that. Like he's
Who
had.
did he punch on, by the way? Like who did
He
Zach
got
LaVine
one.
punch
I
on?
can't remember who he punched on, but it was like early in his career. He had one really good punch on somebody, but
I
I
think
mean,
it was
the
against
list is
Phoenix.
not that long for him.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah,
no
I agree.
disrespect, but Zach kind of. I mean, he's gotten stronger,
He's-
gotten a little heavier, but he's light though. You know
He
what I'm
light,
saying?
yeah.
He shoots a lot of threes too.
And
so
he
Yeah.
glides towards the rim, and then next thing you know, he's
It's-
dunking the ball. But
It's like the
punching
John
on
Morant.
people wasn't really him.
It's like the John Morant thing. Like John Morant is just too light in the drawers. Like he come through. If you touch him, he's gonna probably miss. You know.
Yeah, but y'all still try.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
and
yeah.
I think that's at his detriment. Sometimes I'm like, Ja, just go
I
fucking get
agree.
the bucket, bro.
I agree, but they're entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm counting that jaw dunk on Wemby, by the way. So when we get to Memphis,
For sure.
I count.
yeah,
that
like I don't care that that dunk didn't count. Wemby jumped like he tried to block it. Jaw got him. I'm counting that
That
dunk.
was
Just so
insane.
everyone
Ain't that's a power layup too, by the way, Ox.
it's a throw.
I'm
A
counting.
throw.
I'm
It's a
counting wherever
throw.
you want to call that.
But all right,
I'm
y'all. The
counting
next
that.
franchise that we got is the Boston Celtics. Best dunkers for the Celtics.
I always hear about D Brown, but I don't know.
Yeah, D Brown was a high flyer. He didn't dunk that much. He was a dunk contest dunker.
So there's a few guys. I mean, Paul Pierce
Old
had a
Green.
lot of dunks. He wasn't like
No, Jeff Green.
ultra athletic, but he had some good posters. You
He
got
did. He really did.
Ricky Davis was there for a while.
Ooh, he was.
Gerald Green was there for a little while, but he didn't really do too much.
Yeah,
And then Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown's
I
also
actually,
posted.
if we doing off the
Oh,
like volume
Jalen
stuff,
Brown.
I'm doing Jalen Brown, but Gerald
My
Green.
first
obviously-
instinct was one of the greens. Yeah, Jeff or Gerald was
Yeah.
my first instinct.
Jeff, I like the Jeff Green. Jeff Green.
That was
But
my
wait,
first
didn't
instinct.
wasn't
The Greens
Brandon
didn't do it
Bass there
enough-
for a second
long enough for
tearing
me.
that rim down?
Who?
Brandon Mess was there shooting baseline jump shots.
No, he was hey, we watched it on playback.
Brandon
He was
Bass
show
was
tearing that rim down.
I'm gonna go with
Paul Pierce
Brandon Bass, bro.
I might actually go with Jaylen Brown.
I think,
Shout
yeah.
out Jaylen.
Jaylen Brown's not a bad pick. I would say him or Paul Pierce. Like
Paul Pierce had sneaky amount of post.
Yeah,
passes.
sneaky.
Paul
got
Pierce
seen
early
a lot of
2000s,
people
for
throughout
whatever
his
reason,
career.
people don't know. Paul Pierce wasn't always this slow guy. Like Paul
Right.
Pierce
Yeah.
used to.
I might have to go with Paul Pierce for real.
Paulie.
But
I'm not,
Jaylen Brown,
but-
it was more aesthetically pleasing with Jaylen Brown. So I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna rock
Jaylen
with
Brown
Jaylen.
looks
That dunk
better. He's
contest
more
was
athletic
so
for sure.
criminal. I don't know, but that dunk contest from Jaylen Brown was criminal.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't
bad,
know.
wasn't it?
This man jumped
he's
over
not a
Tyson
dunk
that sitting
contest
down.
dunker.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was bad.
He was just trying to show love. That's all.
Man, I got Bill Russell, man. What are you talking about?
Bill Russell.
High jump champion. Yeah. Give me Bill. Give me Bill Russell. Yeah.
All
I
right,
go
fellas,
Bill
who
Russell.
we rocking with? Chill, who you rocking with? Damian, who you rocking
Jaylen
with?
Brown. Jaylen Brown.
Brown.
Jaylen Brown. Jaylen
Real
Brown.
talk, you got Jaylen Brown. All right, it's looking like
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown is
Jaylen
stamped
Brown.
in. We
Don't
got
forget my
Jaylen
Bill
Brown.
Russell, but yeah, I still got. I stand with you, Bill.
All right, next up. This one might be easy. Should be easy. The Sixers.
That's easy.
Jay.
Bro.
That's not easy.
Oh, Dr. J.
I got Andre Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala.
Andre
It's
Iguodala
Doc.
is a good call. Yeah.
It's Doc and it ain't
Got Andre
close.
Iguodala.
It's I would say it's
Doc
Iguodala.
is anybody else.
So Dr. J had a lot of his stuff in the ABA, which doesn't
Yeah.
count towards the Sixers. That was with New Jersey. As far as just with the Sixers, Iguodala, for me, it's not close.
Yeah,
So,
Dr.
Bill,
J
just so
got
you
the
know-
cradle, the cradle was in Philly.
Well, not only was the
And that's
cradle in
like
Philly,
one of the
like
most
a lot of
iconic.
people talk about, like my man says, Dr. J got a lot of his stuff in the ABA. He came to the Sixers. He only played in the ABA for 4 years. He came to the Sixers in '77. He played in Philly 10 years. Not like he played in Philly for like 5 or 6 years. And he put a lot of guys on a poster. A
He
lot
did,
of guys. He
yeah.
put Mark Eaton on a poster, Jabbar on a poster plenty of different times. So I mean, Doc has highly put Michael Cooper on a poster, cuff dunking on guys. I mean, yes, I think it's Doc, and I don't think it's a question.
What about Daryl Dawkins?
Ooh.
That's what I thought about. That's what I thought about because he was bringing rims down. Like
Crossed my mind.
that's what I was thinking.
I don't
because
know if you know this,
he was
but
bringing rims down. Yeah,
the
he was
breakaway
bringing
rim,
rims down.
that's because of Dow Dawkins. Like the rims that now that contract, that's because of Dow, because he was tearing backboards down. Yeah, that's because of Dow
Shaq
Dawkins.
before Shaq. He also
Chill,
got a
I
very
know you
nice
ha-
dunk package on 2K.
I know you hate like co-MVPs and whatnot, Chill. I wouldn't mind doing co with Daryl Dawkins and Dr. J. I know you guys are saying
That's where I'm at with it.
I don't think you can put Jared Dawkins in there. He was like he broke backboards, but like his dunks weren't anything like.
He used to be Chill. Wasn't he windmilling off Burke?
Power dunk.
Well, not
Yeah,
only
but
not
to
only
be,
was he
like,
windmilling off
when
work, he
your
was,
when your dunks change the equipment in the NBA, I think that has to give you
It
bonus.
means something.
Like I think it has to. Like I get he's a big and like, but like when you're functionally changing the equipment the NBA uses, I think that like extra points.
Do y'all not
And don't
remember
leave out
Iguodala? Yeah, well, y'all don't remember Iguodala in Philly?
I do.
Iguodala was
Yeah,
dumb.
Iguodala was
I
dunking on
think
people
it
too.
was-
Yes, he was.
This might be the
Yes, he
hardest
was.
one to be
I think Iguodala's a fair answer. I don't agree with Ron when he said it was like, oh, this
To
one was
Mars's
no
point,
question.
I just think
Not,
he's
not
third.
only was he changing equipment, Mars, he was also naming them. I saw it. There was chocolate thunder, the bun, the rump roaster, the bun shaker, the baby maker. Yeah,
Bun
he got
shaker.
all of that stuff. Yeah,
The
that was
baby
him. That was-
maker.
Yes, sir, the baby
They
maker.
all-
Mind you,
Yeah.
mind you, and I'm not saying
That
I'm not
was Dow
saying that
Dawkins.
this guy necessarily gets a vote, but I mean, Young Charles was coming through there too. I'm just
He
saying.
was.
Young
Yeah,
Charles
he was.
Philly got up.
through
Hey,
there, bro.
Will
This is a hard one.
Will
Philly's
Chamberlain was
tough.
dunking the ball.
Will,
Now,
shit,
Will
you
Chamberlain.
ain't lying. He
Do
was
Philly
breaking
got the
people's
best
feet.
starting five of dunkers?
I think so.
Nah.
Nah.
Young AI used to come through the lane a little bit. Just went out.
Yeah.
A little bit.
At 5'11". Yeah, at 5'11".
catching
if you
I'm
want.
taking
Getting
Doc.
off the
I'm
glass.
taking Doc, Ron. Doc is my
All
guy.
right, so Chill
I got
Chill
Iguodala.
got
Joel
Doc.
Embiid, Mars.
All
Joel
right.
Embiid.
My man Billy got Iggy. Real talk, you still got Iggy?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got Iggy.
Iggy.
Ox, who you rocking with?
I want to go Daryl Dawkins, but I think I'm gonna go with Doc too. I think I'm gonna go with Doc. Daryl Dawkins.
Chocolate
All right,
Thunder.
Damian-
I'm going
Damian
with Doc.
and
I'm going
Morris.
with Doc.
I got to go Dr. J just for respect.
I'm sticking with my 60s thing. Give me Will Chamberlain.
All right.
That's
All right.
fair. That's fair.
Oh no.
Dr. J is going to take the cake for this one. Shout out Doc. He got the Sixers. Next up, we got the Brooklyn Nets.
Ooh. Could get interesting.
New Jersey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does this?
Yeah,
does this
Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah.
Does this? Can I
think-
also count? Can I also count Dr. J? Can I also do that
Yes, you can.
for the Nets?
Yeah.
I mean, Vince Carter was with
No,
the
he
Nets.
not.
Carter.
No way he gets 2.
Why
Vince
not?
Carter's it.
Vince
Or
Carter
Richard
was on that.
Jefferson.
Vince was on because I'm not gonna lie.
Vince still was throwing.
What
stuff
the
down
the
there.
lobs Jason Kidd was throwing to Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about a good
Yeah,
starting five.
maybe
with
I-
Well,
Duncan.
he
maybe
literally
after
was just
Jason
throwing the
Kidd
ball up in
tax,
the
I
air.
don't know.
He literally
maybe
was just
after
throwing the
Jason
ball.
Kidd tax though. I don't know because Jason Kidd was throwing some passes that I don't know if anyone else. You throw them passes to my glorious King Dr. J. Maybe he does the same thing. I don't know. He just
Hey,
didn't have
fellas,
the-
for the sake of creativity, you can only get on one franchise.
Okay.
Oh, well, we gotta say Vince
No
for Toronto,
offense.
so we can't use
Yeah,
Vince here.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Save
good.
it
I
for
like that.
Toronto, okay.
Richard Jefferson, no.
No,
Kenyon
it
Martin?
is obvious. Who else was
Kenyon
on that
Martin?
team with J. Kidd? Yes.
Kenyon Martin.
Oh,
Kenyon
Kenyon
Martin.
Do
Martin.
y'all not remember what Kenyon Martin was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
saying,
I'm talking
I
about
said-
fast break dunks, alley oops, dunking off vert,
No, it's
coming through the
Kmart,
lane,
it's
putting
Kmart, it's
people up
Kmart, yeah.
off the backboard.
Joe Green got the most iconic Nets dunk though, especially
Sure do.
when against the Rockets.
See, that's the
When he
thing. Yeah,
called
that's
it
the thing. Like
windmill,
Gerald
he
Green, I
looked
feel like
in the
Gerald
rim.
Green has.
That was
Come on.
crazy.
I feel like Gerald Green has to make
on,
a
bro.
franchise, but Gerald Green was on the Nets for like 4 minutes. So
Yeah,
like,
he
I don't
played
know.
on 20
It-
different teams.
Yeah.
If we're only
I
doing
feel
one
like-
franchise, I would save Gerald for a different one probably.
Well, Charlotte? No, because they had
Phoenix, probably.
The Suns,
Phoenix.
yeah. But Amari, like I don't know. it's
Yeah,
like-
Amari's getting
but-
that.
yeah. We'll get to the. Okay, so we're going.
We have to be
with Kmart?
strategic about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Real talk, I can
my
honestly
vote's
say
for
when I saw
Kmart.
Gerald Green do that, I was amazed because I had never seen nothing like that in my
Chill,
whole
he
life.
looked in the rim.
He looked down at the goal.
He
like
looked
he was
down
looking
in the rim. And
But how
I've never
how
seen it.
long was Gerald Green on the Nets? It was less than a year, right?
Yeah, he wasn't on there.
He
long.
wasn't there very long. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably just a couple, like 2 years.
I really wouldn't be mad with going with Gerald Green over Kenyon, though. I'm really not gonna lie to y'all. But y'all talk to me. Let me know. So Ox got Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, I
Who
I
the
got
rest of y'all
Kenyon
got?
as well. I got Kenyon.
I'll go Kmart and I'll put Gerald Green on another team. It's tough.
Jill,
Miles, he
Mars,
played-
real talk.
He
I
played
can't think
33
of anyone
games
from the
with them.
60s. So.
You played
Yeah, he
33 games.
He played 33 games.
Yeah, come on, man. We got
Man.
33 games. Yeah, that's tough.
That's how y'all know that 33
I'll-
games was
yeah.
iconic.
I'll go with Kmart. I'll go with Kmart.
All right.
He got
yeah,
it.
I guess Kmart will win out.
Shout out to Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, Richard was slept
Facts.
on.
I consider. Yeah, I thought
so,
about Richard Jefferson.
Yeah.
All right. This next franchise is really one of those where we could just name the team and just move on.
Let's do it.
The Toronto Raptors.
Vince,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go, Vince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's,
Shout out to
yeah.
DeMar DeRozan though. By the way, just obviously
Yeah,
he's not
shout out
Vince,
to
but shout out to
DeMar.
DeMar DeRozan. Shout out to
Terrence
DeMar.
Ross.
And Terrence Ross.
Terrence
Yeah,
Ross, facts.
Throw that
Terrence
out
Ross,
there
facts.
too.
Oh yeah.
Good
Yeah.
shout. Yeah.
And
Who? Jamario Moon. Another great shot.
Jamario for sure.
Yeah.
and
Wasn't he like the oldest rookie in NBA history?
Sean Marion when he was on the Raptors.
Nah.
fine.
Aren't you talking about
Who you
Hakeem on the
talking about?
Raptors?
Well,
Nah, forget about T-Mac then. Forget about T-Mac.
Oh, young.
Yeah.
T-Mac.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
forgot T-Mac was on the Raptors. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yes,
T-Mac was
bro.
on the Raptors.
Because in Orlando
You know
it's
what?
gonna be hard to get T-Mac in there on that list because Dwight.
he can have Houston's
I should.
maybe.
White.
He ain't getting.
No, you can't have.
Oh,
Houston.
Sure not getting Houston.
Athletic
No, he
like
cannot have
half
Houston's,
years.
actually.
Yeah, he's for sure not getting Houston.
He's
Yeah.
not getting.
No, shout out to you, Ox. I actually forgot. I mean, obviously, yeah, not making over Vince, but shout out to
Right,
T-Mac
right.
for sure.
I got Vince.
All right. Shout out Vince for the Raptors. This next one's a good one. The New York Knicks.
Nate Robinson.
So this name won't pop up immediately for most people, but J.R. Smith.
White. Oh,
That's
Oh
the first
yeah.
person I thought of.
He could
Yeah,
throw
that's
it.
the
Was it
down.
the first? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
was
has to be
thinking who
Nate
Real
Robinson,
Talk was
right?
thinking. I was thinking James Flight White. That's what I was thinking.
yeah.
He
James.
just didn't have
the
any
Trolls are
really
great
good.
answer.
He ain't play
I
enough,
think the
though.
Trolls- I,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
I
ain't
think
play
the
enough.
Trolls. I think the Trolls are a really good answer.
Hmm.
Good answer. Good answer.
Amari
Latrell
was
is a
there
really
as
good
well.
power dunker.
Spree wasn't flying. Spree wasn't high flying for the Knicks like he was in Golden State, though.
He wasn't.
He was
yeah.
probably better in Golden State, but
Yeah, he wasn't high flying.
He
like
not
was.
making the Warriors though, so that's tough.
I do remember John Starks punching it on Lajuan with the weekend, though. I do remember that.
The thing about J.R. Smith though is that you could also put him on Denver.
Yeah.
Not over the great.
Not over
David Thompson.
David Thompson.
You could have him over David Thompson easily.
No way.
Nah.
It looked good when JR used to dunk on people. And he has the two-hand. JR had the two-hand one.
Are y'all being serious right now?
What?
Who we missing, Ron?
He got 3 of them.
Yeah, Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He got 3 dunk contests.
Yeah, damn those dunk contests.
I mean, are we?
I'm gonna be honest, Ron. You know I don't care about accolades, and you gonna bring up dunk contests to me?
He had in-game dunks too. You just talked about Gerald Green when he got one dunk when he kissed the rim. Nate Robinson tip dunks, all of that.
Actually, that's not true. Gerald Green dunked 21 times for the Nets in those games. I checked, so that's not true. Yeah.
They're here talking about Patrick Ewing, and I'm gonna tell you why Patrick Ewing can't have.
Nate Robinson had 14.
He should have dunked that little finger roll he missed in the playoffs that time. So nah. Get Patrick Ewing out of here. How you gonna go up with a finger roll? Go punch that big fella.
Bill, I'm gonna take JR. Yeah, I'm gonna take JR.
Go JR too. But for me, the names I'm gonna bring up are the names I think are the best dunkers, period, that ever donned that jersey. But y'all can do what y'all do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like for me, James White is the best dunker that's ever put on a New York Knicks. I know he didn't dunk in the game, but if you know Duncan, you know James White has done.
Yeah, James White was crazy.
Yeah.
James Flight White is not a self-proclaimed name. So for those of you guys who don't know. Yeah. It was literally a runway. He was a one-legged dunker. It was incredible how this dude was flying through the air.
He was on that Knicks team with JR, right? They were on
yes.
He got a couple dunks for the Knicks though.
I would have loved to see what they had going on in practice because you know they was dunking off.
They had a crazy roster. They weren't all great dunkers at the same time, but they were on the same team as Amari, James White, J.R. Smith,
Shump.
Who else was on that team?
Shumpert was jumping around that time too.
Kenny Martin was on the Knicks around that time too.
Yeah, he was.
Tyson Chandler.
Kmart was on that team. Amari was on that team.
Yeah.
My guy Steve Novak would be in the corner.
All right, y'all. I got some J.R. Smiths.
J.R. Smith.
I got a James Flight White.
I got JR's okay. I'll go with Actually, I'll go with Nate Robinson.
Someone said Jericho Sims. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You see how high Jericho Sims began?
He jumped high, no creativity. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw him do the dunk contest. All it was him putting his head at the rim.
Yeah,
he jumped high as hell.
High jump.
But he jumped high as hell.
And the words of real talk. Pass.
Yeah.
Billy, who you got?
J.R. Smith.
You got JR? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I think I'll probably go with JR too.
Although
to your point though,
I'm picking him for the Pacers.
So I was gonna pick him for the Pacers. Yeah.
John Stark, and even Charlie Ward used to come with a couple sneaky ones from time to time. But I'm gonna definitely go with JR though.
All right, JR got it for the Knicks. But speaking of JR, we going to the Nuggets. So we can't choose JR for the Nuggets. So now who are we rocking with?
Damn.
David Thompson.
Jokic.
Did JaVale McGee have any?
I got David Thompson.
Yeah, David winning this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think David Thompson got it.
He was flying, yeah.
Damn, so Andre Iguodala not getting on this list at all.
David Thompson?
Iggy was in Denver, huh?
Yeah, but he didn't do any of his great dunks in Denver.
Yeah.
Shit, JR needs some love for Denver too.
I would have
Aaron Gordon's not gonna make it because he's not gonna make it in Orlando, is he? Or is he?
He could make it in Orlando. I don't see why. I don't see why he can't make it in Orlando.
Cool. Okay,
I'm taking him over.
Aaron Gordon is a good shout for Denver. Absolutely.
He punched on Landry Shamet. I remember that. That dunk was crazy.
Shit, Birdman.
Birdman is a good shout for Denver as well.
Robert Pack.
I thought about Robert Pack.
He's a good one.
He ain't had no business punching on Sean Kemp like that. No business. That little ass dude punching on Sean Kemp.
Kenneth great shout.
Yeah, Kenneth Faried's a good shout, man.
The Manimal?
Hey, I don't care who gets it. Give me Kenneth Faried.
I wish
The
Kenneth
Manimal.
Fareed
I might be
today,
there
man.
with you.
I'm taking Kenneth
I might be
Fareed,
there
bro, for sure. No
The
doubt.
I'll be
Manimal.
there with you.
That's
Nah, I
sort of what
gotta
he was
stick
known
with my
for.
pre-3-point line picks. I got David Thompson, but shout
All
out to
right,
Kenneth
so
Fareed.
I got one Kenneth Fareed, one David Thompson. Are the rest of you guys rocking with David Thompson?
It's tough. I'll say David Thompson just for the history. Even though technically we don't have a ton of the footage, I'll still go with David Thompson.
Yeah.
I'm throwing my hat in the Kenneth Fareed basket.
That's not bad.
It's a great basket.
Damian, chill.
No, I'm taking
David
David
Thompson.
Thompson.
David Thompson.
All right. Skywalker got it. They don't call him Skywalker for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
All right, here we go. This one should be interesting too because you got a crazy jumper, crazy body catcher right now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. But who were you guys rocking with?
I'm going with Anthony Edwards already.
Edwards.
Exactly.
Edwards, bro.
Exactly.
This ain't tough at all, bro.
I got Zach LaVine, so
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine's only dunk contest though. You're talking about like
that 2016 dunk contest moves me so much that him and Aaron Gordon are stamped forever.
Yeah,
him and Aaron Gordon.
Contest, I understand.
Him and Aaron Gordon are stamped forever.
If
But
it's sheer
posters,
volume,
yeah,
like Garnett.
shout out to Andrew
Shit
Wiggins as well,
out
by
of
the way. But
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, shout out.
Somebody said Rudy.
Hey, Rudy's got the most dunks, probably.
Yeah, shout out Rudy.
KG.
man.
Rudy got more dunks than KG.
I'm gonna take Zach LaVine.
I hope not. Yeah, I got Zach, but I understand the Ant answer. I'm not pushing back on it. So
Yeah, I'm going with Ant.
because in game, Ant will try it. And like what he did to John Collins.
He's already got a
Wally
collection of dunks.
Wally
where it's not
Zerbiak
crazy.
did almost kill himself trying to catch a body. So shout out
What
to
Ant
Wally.
did to Yuta Watanabe? You guys remember that dunk? Oh my
What,
god.
Yeah.
what about what he did to
Yeah.
Chet?
Ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he caught Chet.
Yeah, he caught Chet.
He was it Gabe Vincent he caught against the Heat, but they said the dunk didn't count. That counts in my mind.
What about Paulo? Punched it on Paulo too?
I still got Zach LaVine, but I understand. I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not complaining.
I think Edwards is not close. I mean, like, I got to lean more towards the game dunks for this, and I think Anthony Edwards is just like way too
Really?
crazy.
Zach LaVine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ant as well.
Free throw line dunks. Like I
I
never
know.
thought that I'd be
If we're
alive
talking about just trick dunks, I'll go Zach LaVine all day.
This
But
dude did
Yeah.
he did a jump from the free throw line and put the ball between his legs. I didn't know that you could humanly do something like that. Like, no, you can't do that. Your body won't let you stay in the air that long. Yes, it will.
I'm just leaning more towards the game dunks. It's just
Yeah.
a criteria thing. Is my only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Ant too.
All right, so I
Only
got
go
two
three
Ants,
Alrighty.
two Zachs. Real talk, Damian, who you guys got?
Levine the best dunker to put on the jersey, but Ant do got too many posters too. So yeah, I'm gonna go.
I
Ant.
care about that real talk. I ain't gonna front on
Yeah,
that.
he
I
ain't
do
got a
care
lot
about
of
that.
I'm with real talk. I
Putting
think
you on a
I think
poster is a big deal, yo.
the
It
posters,
is.
yeah. I mean the posters.
Yes, putting you on a poster
In
is a big
competition,
deal.
yeah. Give me Ant.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards has more poster dunks than Zach LaVine does dunk contest dunks. So
Yeah. It matters.
All right, y'all. I'm actually running a poll right now. I want you guys to answer the question: who's a better dunker for the Wolves all time, Zach or Ant? You guys talk to me. Let me know who you guys would have chosen. But as of right now, it looks like Ant is gonna take the cake. Shout out to Ant, man. I'm just excited, y'all. We're gonna see this for the foreseeable future. like I feel like Ant just getting warmed up. We got a lot more bodies to see.
Fact.
All right. So we got Ant for the Wolves. Next. Actually, it ain't no this should be easy. The Oklahoma City Thunder. This should be easy, y'all. It really
Russ.
should be.
Oh yeah, Russ. Yeah,
No question about it.
Russ.
So we're
I'm
not
gonna throw out
Just
his
the
name.
just
The
the
Adams
sheer violence
separately.
of Rust.
T. Ferg is the best dunker, but again, the games played and the game dunk posters, Russ.
shout
But
out
T.
Terrence
Ferg is
Ferguson.
the best one. Yeah, shout out T. Ferg.
I could
Yeah.
argue Kevin Durant got more posters, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
KD was punching in OKC.
I
People in his
could
sleep.
definitely argue KD got more posters, but I understand.
Shout out to Victor.
Yes.
Oladipo. I got
Russ,
Russ.
as a 6'3" guard, like those guys don't dunk as much as people think, but I don't blame them for that. Like if it's not a
Yeah.
breakaway, it's very rare that Russ is going to be able to get in a position to dunk the ball in an NBA game.
Russ was throwing
He's
it over the top of
6'3".
the people though, Mars.
Russ was
He
For
coming
sure,
through that
I
lane.
remember what he did to Capella.
Smash.
I remember what he did to Capella. I remember what Russ.
Yeah.
I remember what Russ done. I'm fairly certain KD has more posters.
KD got that
Russ
one
done.
against JaVale McGee, the 2-hand on him. He got the one in Indiana where he has the goal dunked on Roy Hibbert. He got the other one. He got another one against Dallas in the playoffs where he caught it and threw it in.
It looked like the one against
think about it
in Dallas. It looked like somebody put the rim down because it looked like he was over the top.
He was way up there.
Especially the low angle shot of that one.
Like somebody lowered the basket. I was like, what the hell is that? I'm taking Russ.
KD was moving. Yeah,
I'm taking
KD
Russ
was
too.
moving, man. I'm gonna go with KD, man.
All right, Pirate asked us in the chat. He said, "Is this not the Sonics?" No, we would never associate ourselves with the Thunder. So Sean Kemp is taking it for the Sonics, and it's looking like Russell Westbrook, even though he should be on the Sonics too. Russell Westbrook
are we even doing the Sonics? They're not even a franchise.
We're not doing them. We already did them.
No, yeah,
But they're not a franchise. So why are we putting them on?
Exactly. We
There's
just
30 franchises.
they're coming back, but
Yeah, but when they come back,
unfortunately.
All right, the next team that we got, so it's Russell Westbrook for the Thunder. Real talking, Damian. You guys chose Russ, right?
yeah. Yep.
Real talk.
Yeah, sure.
Katie? Nah, who do you want to choose?
Mars did have me think about that KD one. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna go Russ.
All right.
Russ.
All right, so we got Russ. Next, we have the Portland Trailblazers.
That's easy.
Yeah, it's probably got to go
Clyde.
with Clyde, actually.
Yes, that's easy. Mm-hmm. Next.
Shout out Jerome
Hell
Kersey.
no. Give me Shaden Sharp. Hell no. Give me
I
Shaden.
didn't want to be
Give me Shaden
disrespectful.
Sharp. Hell no. Give me
Shaden.
Shaden Sharp. No. I'm
Mars,
taking
you just being
Shaden Sharp.
difficult now. Mars, you just being
Hell
difficult.
no. Give
you are,
me
Mars. You just being
Shaden
difficult.
We
Sharp.
respect the vote. I
Oh, no.
respect the vote. I'm going with.
Give me
Clyde.
Shaden Sharp.
Pretty sure I'm going with
I knew I was forgetting someone for the Blazers because I thought about that.
The
like
reason why
20
you was
minutes.
forgetting them is
Give me
there's a reason why you was
Shaden
forgetting them.
No, give me Shaden Sharp.
Sharp.
Give me Shaden Sharp. Give me Shaden Sharp. I've got
who you
Shaden. That's my pick.
Clyde the Glide is not a self-proclaimed name.
You're
Mars.
speaking on Clyde.
Good for him. Do I give a fuck about a nickname? No. Give me
That's the
Shaden
reason why he
Sharp.
got the nickname, Mars. Shaden Sharp doesn't have a nickname.
It rhymes with
What are you
Clyde.
talking about?
Not yet.
Shaden Sharp
Not
doesn't
yet.
have a
The name
nickname.
Clyde.
The reason why he doesn't have the
It
nickname.
rhymes with the name Clyde. Okay,
Something like that.
congratulations.
No.
His parents named him something that rhymes with being able to jump.
It could be
What
something
rhymes
else.
with
It could be
jump?
Clyde
With
the
Shaden.
Ride.
How many posters
Why is it Clyde the Glide, Mars? It could be Clyde the Ride.
Many.
I don't know.
Many. He caught
a bunch
like
of
4
different
last
things.
year
There's a reason
alone.
why
Shaden be
Clyde the
catching
Glide.
bodies. And he's in year 3.
Shaden Sharp thing. Hell no.
Shaden got the highest vert in the league. Crazy putback dunks.
No, he doesn't. He has. It was a reported vertical, but that's not his actual vertical. He doesn't.
Oh, let me ask you. Whoa, very quick.
Whether or not his reported vertical is accurate, the NBA last season started tracking verticals in game. Shaden had like 4 of the top 5 spots. Shaden jumps higher than everyone in the league.
Was super questionable because they said he was higher than
You
John.
can watch them. You can watch them. He's flying. I don't know. Maybe people need to watch the Shaden Sharp dunk film, the dunk reel, the putbacks, the post. He caught a crazy poster against the Wizards. Shaden Sharp be punching on people, and he jumps higher than everyone, especially at his size.
His head be at the rim now. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not mad. Yeah, if Ja has a higher vert, I am about to. Ja gonna win Memphis. Shaden Sharp is 6'4", 6'5", huge hands, crazy putbacks, crazy posters. The only reason Clyde has a larger catalog is because he was in Portland for longer. Shaden's only in year 3 and has been dealing with injuries. But I'm talking about the dunks I'm watching Shaden Sharp put together through 3 years of his career with injuries. Shaden Sharp has put together a crazy catalog of dunks already. I'm not going to tax him because he's only 23 and can't make the list yet. Like, I'm not about, because 10 years down the line when he has hundreds of dunks, now all of a sudden he's the best dunker for the Blazers. No, I know what I'm seeing right now. Shaden Sharp is the best dunker I've seen put on a Blazers jersey. That's my humble opinion.
Best individual versus
I got
longevity.
Clyde's gonna win, but I got Shaden.
Do you believe that Michael Jordan had a 48-inch vertical?
No.
Thank you. I will continue to tell y'all that no, he did not have a 48-inch vert. His head would have been, bro. if
That's the
Michael
biggest
Jordan
myth ever.
had a
Real
48
talk. That's the
inch
biggest myth ever.
his head would be like.
They said Wilt had a
him,
50. They said Wilt had a 50.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know
Wilt
that.
is the biggest myth.
Wilt's is the biggest cap, but MJ might be right behind.
50 inch
shout out,
vertical for
shout
Wilt
out,
is
shout out to
insane.
shout out to Sheed. I got Clyde.
Shout out Damian Lillard too.
I got Clyde as well.
Axe did a dunk
Dame
contest?
did go
Yeah,
for a lot
look.
of posters.
Young Dame had some posters, yeah.
All right.
I'm going Clyde though, respectfully.
I got Clyde.
All
I'm
right.
just watching Shaden
Clyde,
Sharp dunks right now. I know what I'm seeing. Yeah. you
All right.
about
This
to-
next one should be fairly simple too, but we'll see how you guys feel about the Utah Jazz.
That's easy
What's the
too.
kid name? Was it Jeremy Evans? What's it?
No, that
What was
Yeah,
it?
Jeremy
Daryl
Evans, he
Dr.
won a dunk
Duncanstein
contest.
Griffin. That's him. Daryl Dr. Duncanstein Griffin. Played for the Jazz in the 80s.
You got
Went to
Donovan
Louisville.
Mitchell.
Got D. Mitch. Yes, sir.
Karl Malone?
Oh yeah,
And Donovan Mitchell won the
Oh,
dunk contest. by the way.
No, Karl Malone was not athletic at all. I mean, jumping wise.
He was still come
Gordon
through and
Hayward?
punch it though.
Do we want to give Gordon a shout?
No.
I mean, you can shout him out. I'd go with Donovan Mitchell before I go with Gordon Hayward.
So what we looking like?
We're missing someone.
Chill, you're going with Griffin?
I'm taking
Duncanstein?
Dr. Duncanstein Griffin. Yes, sir.
I need to find
Who was
someone
that
cool
played
nicknames
on
for school
on the Jazz? He wasn't on there long, but he was like known as a dunk. He had like them long arms.
Jeremy Evans.
Oh, that's that guy.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I got
Okay,
Jeremy
okay.
Evans.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he won a
yeah.
dunk contest too. It wasn't the best dunk contest, but
Oh, John Collins is good because John Collins may be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Utah.
Not winning Atlanta. Yeah, he's not winning Atlanta, obviously.
Yeah, he's not even coming close to Atlanta.
But he does have a lot.
I'm
of
okay with
posters.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
All right, I got
I'll
one
I'll go with
D
D Mitch. I'll go with D Mitch.
Agree for
I'll go with
Donovan.
Donovan.
See, why Shaden don't play for the Jazz?
a lot of players are going to get ripped off of this list just because they played for too many teams or not
Yeah.
enough time.
Oh my.
And Karl Malone was a high flyer, just so y'all know. Yes, he
Mm,
was.
Nah.
It was
You
just
don't like
power.
Karl Malone?
That's what, so it didn't look like
Good.
it didn't look very aesthetically pleasing. But
He was tall, so he
Karl Malone
could
was a high
dunk.
flyer
but He
when
wasn't
he went up
jumping
there.
very high.
Karl Malone was flying.
I know he used to slam it on people. That's all I know.
Oh, he dunked with power for sure.
100% did it. Mhm.
Definitely used to come through there, y'all.
All right. Well, we got Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz. Next up, this one is easy, and we should probably just move to the Pistons because we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, and
It's James.
kind of
Larry
really goes
Nance-
without saying.
Larry
you know?
Nance-
It
Larry-
is. It's not as easy as you would think because I mean Ricky Davis went crazy in Cleveland. He
And
was
Larry
Ricky
Nance
did
Davis.
have a run.
It's
But it's James, though.
He dunked on Steve Nash, but
It's
yeah,
Ricky
Now,
Davis.
Now
Ricky
this
had
means
a
that
run.
D-Wade can happily win Miami without any pressure, so that's cool.
Yes. Fair enough.
Oh, that's right. That means we can't pick LeBron for Miami.
Miami.
That makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Well, D-Wade
Yeah,
deserves
right.
Miami.
Yeah, now we don't even have
There's
to
some other
debate
guys from
D-Wade
Miami,
anymore.
but
Miami may have been his craziest dunking period, like LeBron. But
Think so? I think
09
that
Bron.
first
Ah,
Cleveland.
What's up, Chewy?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
The one against the
That
Kings.
first Cleveland stint was ridiculous.
But he was catching so
Crazy.
many lobs in Miami, though. But yeah,
It
But,
doesn't count for Shaden Sharp.
Cleveland's
It can't count
LeBron,
for
though.
Brown. I don't know
Yeah.
what to tell you.
Cleveland is LeBron for sure.
all right, we'll go Cleveland, LeBron.
I do want to say, and I know most of you won't, and that's fine, rightfully so. But Karl Malone was very athletic.
Yes, he was. 100% he was.
What do you mean by that? Strength-wise, I'll give him strength.
Super
but
fast.
He was fast.
could
he
move,
was strong.
too. Yeah, he
he
could
fast,
move.
could
he
jump
a
high,
little bit.
laterally. He had really good feet. And in terms of a guy his size, I don't think that there, especially back then, there weren't guys getting up and down the floor like that. I mean, he could run like a deer.
Yeah,
So when you talk about an athlete, yeah, he was.
I just wouldn't say he jumped high, but he was strong and he was fast.
That's how we evaded police capture for so long.
Yeah, Larry Nance Jr. is a good show.
The Detroit Pistons are the next franchise. Who are we rocking with the Pistons?
Grant Hill.
Stackhouse, Grant Hill.
I'm mad at Stack.
Yep.
Detroit.
I mean, neither of them had like super long careers in.
Yeah.
Grant Hill was the first person I thought of. Hamidou Diallo played for the Pistons.
He did.
Grant Hill
Hamidou
has some
Diallo
massive
played for the
posters.
Pistons. Yeah, I might have to go with Hamidou.
What did he do with the Pistons, though?
I know what. Just because you suck at basketball, I can't. You talking about dunking?
Because I mean, like, yeah, we could have picked
He
James.
didn't play that much, so he wasn't gonna get the opportunity to like kill people. But like,
Check out Tyshawn.
still the best dunker.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Grant Hill, honestly.
I'll go Grant Hill.
Yeah, Grant probably got Detroit. It ain't too many.
Yeah, he probably does. But shout out to Hamidou.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Hamidou.
All right. We'll go with Grant Hill. My man Vale in the chat just asked how many franchises did we do. I'm gonna run everything from the top so you guys can know where we're at in case you missed it or in case you just jumping in. For the Bulls, Michael Jordan, easy. Not easy, but easy. Celtics, we got Jaylen Brown. Sixers, Dr. J. The Nets, we got Kenyon Martin. Raptors, Vince Carter. Knicks, J.R. Smith. Nuggets, David Skywalker Thompson. Wolves, Anthony Edwards. Thunder, Russell Westbrook. Hey, Big Ox. The Seattle Supersonics, Sean Kemp. The Blazers, Clyde Drexler. Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell. Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James. And the Detroit Pistons, Grant Hill. Fellas, next we got the Indiana Pacers.
Obi Toppin.
Y'all sleep on Indy Paul George. I'm sorry, bro.
Ooh.
Paul George,
Obi doing East Bays in game.
Obi's done so many East Bays.
Bro, Paul George did a reverse 360 windmill in game.
He did, but Obi's doing East Bays in game, head at the rim. Like, I hear Paul George. Those are my two candidates.
I was actually thinking Jonathan Bender, but that's just me.
All on two dunks.
He would have been
Birdman dunk.
Then after that is Dennis Obi. Mm-hmm.
When
Some
he
people say
tweened
Gerald
Hezzy
Green, though.
Braun and went and dunked on, yeah.
Gerald Green, it feels like he has to make a franchise. Like, that's the thing.
But
I'm
which
kind of
one?
running out of teams that Gerald Green played for. Yeah, so like, yeah, we're kind of running out of teams that Gerald Green is eligible for, which is why I understand why people are saying it. But I've got Obi, so.
I'll go.
All right, who else you guys thinking?
I'm taking Paul George.
I'm going Paul George.
I got Obi.
All right, it's looking like so. We only got two Obies, right? Mars and Damian.
No, three.
Three Obies. So we're tied at 3-3. Y'all, I gotta break this tie. Chill. Who you?
I'll take Obi too.
Oh, we're not tied. Obi got it.
Obi too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, shout out Obi. Obi is on the list.
Shout out to Cassius Stanley. Just went out there.
He got robbed on that first dunk in the dunk contest he was in.
Baller's
right,
life
next.
legend, though, for sure. Cassius Stanley, most definitely.
Next, we have the Milwaukee Bucks.
Giannis.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
overall, yeah, I mean, Desmond Mason has some nice dunks for the Bucks.
I'm taking Giannis.
Dude,
Yeah,
random.
it's Giannis.
Oh, do you remember Marcus Hazlitt? He had a really sick poster dunk back in like 2000 for them. But
He was probably out the game, so just remember.
Hey, shout out to Ray Allen because he was punching shit.
Shout out to Ray Allen.
Young Ray.
Shout out to
Ray.
Young Ray.
they had that
I
dunk.
got Giannis. I got Giannis.
I'll go,
Shout
yeah,
out to
you got to go
Ray.
Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad, Giants.
Yeah, Giannis.
Larry Sanders.
All right, we'll go Giannis on this list.
Like, shout out to Jabari for a couple months too.
Yeah.
The Golden State Warriors, y'all. Who are we rocking with? They got some.
Jason Richardson.
Jason Richardson.
Yeah,
Jason Richardson.
not even.
Maybe
It's not
Richardson's
even.
in the
Yeah.
discussion.
Jason Richardson.
Shout out to Latrell, but
Yeah,
Shout
shout
out to
out all
everybody.
them.
Baron Davis
Yeah.
as well.
Just so y'all know,
Shout
Iggy
out
did
to
play for the
BD.
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
cool.
but that's
Jason Richardson.
Iggy not.
Yeah, shout out
that's
to
not
Iggy, though.
Iggy.
Shout out to Iggy.
okay.
Shout out to
Jason
Jason
Richardson.
Richardson. Jason Richardson. Yeah, see, some things we don't have to conversate. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
wrap.
man. Shout out to B Diddy. Shout out to
Oh, and by the
Chris
way, Mark, since you
Webber.
on your Sixers thing, Chamberlain did play for the Warriors too. Just so you clear.
He did, yeah, but I already picked him for the Sixers, so unfortunately, it's good. But,
Mhm.
Jason
shout out to Nate
Richardson
Thurman.
for sure.
yeah, shout out to Nate Thurman.
Jay Ridge was doing stuff you could you barely could do on NBA Live at the time. I don't know if
Real
y'all
talk, I
remember
didn't know that you could throw the ball off the backboard and then catch it in the air between your legs and dunk it. over the
Yeah,
back of
he
your
was.
head.
The
I didn't know
first
you could do
one
that in
really
real life.
doing That, in the
That was a
NBA,
video
yeah.
game. Like,
He
no,
was
you
crazy.
can't do that.
He in middle school. He had us after school and middle school going to the house, lowering the rim, just having a dunk contest
Yep.
all night. Like that's all we do after school. Go lower the rim and have dunk contests.
All right, next up, y'all. We just did the Warriors. We got the Los Angeles Clippers.
Blake.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blake.
Yeah, hey, Ox, you with me? Hey, I like Blake, but hey, I got Darius Miles.
Come
His
on,
mouth was
baby.
better than
Come on,
Miles.
baby.
Me, no way.
Blake.
This
This was fun.
Hey,
Blake.
chill.
Blake.
Hey, this all nostalgia. Chill.
Oh,
No
nostalgia.
way.
This is a nostalgia
I don't
pick.
care what y'all
Okay.
say. These old heads are nostalgic. You're right. You're right. You're right.
How about Brent Berry?
I mean, he won that for
Blake.
another franchise, the dunk contest, but he got
No, he
busy.
didn't. He won it with the Clippers.
Oh,
He
that was
won
with
it
the Clippers?
Yes, in 1986.
Clippers have had some good ones though. Eric Bledsoe, DeAndre
Here
Jordan.
go
Eric
Ron
Bledsoe,
trying to pick
yo.
credit for shit.
DeAndre Jordan.
I'm sure Blake wins.
DeAndre was over there getting. I'm not gonna say as many posters as Blake, but he was.
He might have
Just
got
as.
as many. He might have got as many. It's just Blake's were more memorable because
Yeah.
like when it's a center, it's like
I mean, Blake's 6'11", 6'10".
Corey Maggette?
yeah, but it's different. It's different. Like Blake was doing it where like he would get the ball, like he might rip through and then go punch on someone.
Okay.
DeAndre was
Okay,
like
yeah.
DeAndre was like exclusively like, I'm gonna go catch a lob. Like
DeAndre was the rare, like, tall guy, but still weirdly athletic, and it looked good. It's weird.
That's
Yeah.
the perfect way of putting that. Weirdly athletic. Like, you ain't supposed to be able to jump that high, being that
Right.
big. What's going on with you? Yeah.
Yeah, I got Darius Miles. Man.
I'm going
Yeah,
Blake,
Blake
though, by the
Griffin.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. Blake Griffin for me.
So hold on, I got two Blakes. Who you going with, Damian?
Blake, for sure, Blake.
Bill, who you got?
Blake.
All right, Blake it is.
We'll take it.
Now we got the Lakers, y'all.
Bean.
Kobe.
Bryant.
Maybe.
Kobe,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
Bryant.
Shout out to
I
Michael
know.
Cooper. Shout out to Michael Cooper.
Was
Yeah,
it
shout out to the
Brown?
couple.
Brown.
Shannon Brown, yeah, another great
Shannon
shot.
Brown.
Bryant.
Kobe got it.
Shannon did nothing with all that vertical though. Just a boring ass dunker. Could jump that high and just. I'm like, bro, do something, bro.
My man Thompson.
Shout out to Coop,
45
man. Shout out to
inches in
Coop.
the air and not doing nothing.
So this was easy. Black Mamba
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm taking Bryant. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Diesel too. Yeah.
Shout
All right,
out to the
keeping it
Diesel.
pushing.
Yes, sir. But it's Bryant.
I'm
We
voting
got
for
the
Shaq.
Phoenix Suns.
Larry
Oh,
Nance.
come on, Ron, move on.
I feel like Gerald Green has to make it somewhere.
I got Gerald for Phoenix.
I do
I feel
too.
like Gerald has to
Yeah,
make it
Mox.
somewhere.
Even though he wasn't there like super long, he had his most headed rim dunks with Phoenix.
This is
Tom
absolutely
Chambers,
insane.
Kevin Johnson.
Dunked on Fareed.
Ox thinks it's Amari, and it's not a question, but just so you know,
For
Larry
me,
Nance.
for me, it's Amari or Gerald Green. Shout out to Tom Chambers and them.
Shout out to Tom
Yeah, I'm happy
Chambers.
with
Shout
that
out to
as well.
Kevin Johnson. But
KJ.
I got it.
I think it's Larry Nance because
Shout out
they
to
got
Larry
Larry
Nance,
Nance like you talked about Doc and the ABA. That's when they got Larry Nance, like the young Larry Nance from like age 22 to like 26. That dude
Larry Nance
dunking on
was
Basically, he ain't dunking on Jabbar like this.
He had the
dunking
huge
on Jabbar like
hands, long arms. He could just
That's
stretch.
like he putting the ball in the rim. Yeah.
Didn't Gerald Green play in Charlotte?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
Okay, well, never mind. Yeah.
Gerald
I'm
Wallace.
thinking about
And if he
Gerald
did play in
Wallace.
Charlotte, he still ain't
Gerald
getting it.
Wallace.
The reason I was saying that is because I think Gerald Wallace should get.
Sacramento.
Yes.
Oh,
But if Gerald
Sean
Green didn't play
Marion
for
is a
Charlotte, then
good
forget
shout,
about it.
too.
Oh,
Sean Marion,
Marion
is a great shot for Phoenix
real
as well,
good one.
for real.
Steve Nash attempted one dunk in his career.
Did he?
Yeah, you can find. I don't think it was actually a dunk, but it's listed as him attempting a dunk. It got blocked by like Tim Duncan, and I think we can all tell Steve Nash did not try to dunk on Tim Duncan. So they probably just mischaracterized the layup as a dunk attempt. But we're taking it. Steve Nash attempted the dunk one time. So he's my pick.
I don't know who I got for Phoenix actually right now.
I'm taking Larry Nance. I'm
I got Amari.
Because if going off how we've been doing it, I would have to go with Amari. But
We'll keep it consistent, brother.
But what?
But you
But,
said
hey,
you're doing the best dunker to wear.
He's
the
got his own
jersey.
criteria.
the best dunker is Gerald Green.
So there you go. Pick Gerald Green. Join the club.
But is
The
he
difference
really
is
the best dunker?
Gerald actually had enough dunks with this team to solidify it because he's not only a better dunker than Amari, but he also like played in Phoenix long, had enough dunks with Phoenix to justify it, in my opinion.
I'm just not sure it makes him a better dunker.
That's facts.
Y'all think
way higher than Amari,
jumping higher
better
makes you a better
dunks.
dunker. That's
Amari
not-
had some better posters, but
Well, clearly it doesn't because Shaden Sharp ain't winning for Portland. So
Right.
jumping higher is-
Duncan higher does not make you a better dunker.
it's
Real
a
talk, who
very
you rocking
important
with?
aspect of it. But yeah,
Amari's dunking through contact. He's going around you, under you, over you.
And Larry Nance
However
is
you
doing
want
the same thing. And he doing it on Jabbar. He doing it on Artis Gilmore. He doing it on all of these big dudes.
I hear that.
I'm going Amari. I'm going with Ox. I'm going Amari with this one. Phoenix.
I hear it. I'm not. Yeah.
I feel like I
It's
could
the same
sway.
Gerald
I feel
Green
like I
on
could
me.
sway Real Talk because Real Talk giving Ox his money, but he ain't really sure if he want to give him his money. That's because they
Well,
know
I think
I'm
you
not
can sway him to
being
Gerald
by
Green.
Larry
I don't think you
Nance.
swayed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can sway him to Gerald Green, not to Larry. Nance.
I'm not swaying with Larry. I mean,
because you ain't coming to the store. Like the store across the street, you ain't paying attention to it. You're still in the store. If I could get you in this store, I think I can get his money, Ox. I do.
Nah, chill. You know, I hate that. I hate when that happens though. When you find out they had something across the street, like, damn, I already spent my
That
money. I
shit
should have went
boils
over
my
there.
blood. I ended up paying more than I could have, and I got it across the street even for $1 less. I'm hot.
And I ain't keep the receipt.
I'm taking that shit back.
you
No.
keep the receipt. Yeah, threw the receipt away. So this
Hell yes.
Through
I'm
the
taking that
receipt,
shit
I
back.
ain't only got the receipt no more. I can only get store credit, even though I was just in here an hour ago. You remember me?
All right, so we got Amari Stoudemire for the Phoenix Suns. Next up, we got the Sacramento Kings.
Gerald Wallace.
Is it Gerald Wallace?
it might
For
be
me.
Sacramento.
Kenny
I mean, Malik Monk is
Weber.
making an
Shout out
argument.
Malik.
Malik.
Shout out Malik.
I'm not mad at Malik.
Well, if
Or
Gerald
Fox,
Wallace,
really.
if
I mean,
Gerald
Levine
Wallace
was
gets
there
here,
as
then who would get Charlotte? I guess we got to.
Oh, Grandmama. That's easy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go Gerald
Baron
Wallace.
Davis for Charlotte.
So we disrespecting my
Who?
glorious king,
Baron
John
Davis?
Salmons? Just-
Baron
Nah,
Davis
he
is
ran
a
him
great
John
shout
Salmons
for
was
Charlotte.
nasty. Boys, what you know about John Salmons, boys?
Respect John Salmons.
John Salmons was cold, man.
Hell yeah.
I agree with Pirate. I think Weber's being underrated in this.
So is
Webber
DeMarcus
used to
Cousins.
do. Yeah.
Webb used to crunch. I mean, he used to definitely punch stuff, but I mean,
DeMarcus Cousins had some posters too, by the way.
Gerald Wallace.
Man,
Gerald Wallace
DeMarcus Cousins jumped
Marcus
4
barely
four-
barely getting off
He
the
jumped 4
ground.
inches off the ground.
Yeah.
Come on.
But he
It
still
was all power.
He was still
We good
posting.
on
people.
All power.
We good on Boogie.
All right, so we rocking with Gerald Wallace.
I'll
I
take
think I
it.
might say Malik, but
Well, hold on. So who all got Malik?
shout out Malik.
I got one Malik. Real talk, you got Malik?
Yeah, I'll go Malik. I wanted to throw in a
I'll-
Fox shout, but I'm gonna go Malik though.
no, De'Aaron Fox is nasty too.
Real
though.
talk. Have you
Yeah.
seen Gerald Wallace? Have you?
I have seen Gerald Wallace.
Okay.
Have you seen
Gerald
Malik
Wallace
Monk?
didn't play. Gerald Wallace didn't play that much for the Kings, though.
Oh, he played enough.
Like,
Yeah, well, like 2-3 seasons.
Yes,
but
I mean,
even that, like he was a bench player who didn't play a whole lot of minutes.
I mean, Malik Monk hasn't played that much for the Kings either. They played about pretty similar,
Neither
but
did Gerald
This is
Green didn't play that
season
much in
3 for
Phoenix.
Malik? right?
No, but Gerald Green was in the like Gerald Wallace on the Kings was like a 10-minute a game guy.
I know,
Yeah, all
I know
his
that
best stuff is
we
Charlotte.
love Gerald Wallace.
Yeah, like I feel like we're giving him Charlotte recognition with a Kings jersey. That's what it feels like.
He used to absolutely get on the rim with us.
No, I agree. I'm just saying it's a small sample of like time. Yeah. But
So what you want to do, Mars? You thinking C Webb? You thinking Foxy? Where's your head at? John Simons for real?
Or? My first instinct was get Zach LaVine on a team at some point, or go with Malik. That was my first instinct, and Malik seems to have more votes, so I'm gonna go with Malik Monk.
Shout out, Lee.
All right, and we got a bunch of people in the chat saying, "Let's give it to Malik." Vale said, "I don't care if Malik or not Malik, my bad, Zach." Vale said, "I don't care if Zach dunked 6 times since he's been on the Kings. Give it to Zach."
There's no way.
And some other people saying the same thing.
It's wrong that Zach's not gonna make it for a franchise in my mind, but the Kings is like the last franchise he should make it for.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, Kings. Man.
But he didn't make it for the Timberwolves, so I don't know. It's over.
All right, so I got 3 for Malik. Ox, who you going with? This is your team. This is your city. This is your franchise.
They don't belong to me, but I'm gonna go with Gerald Wallace.
Chill.
Gerald Wallace.
Damien.
Same. Gerald Wallace.
All right, we got a tie between Malik and Gerald Wallace.
No. I'm take my name. I'm saying Kenny Smith.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah, of course you are. Yeah, yeah.
All right, it's looking like
between
Malik
the legs off the back.
Yeah, what he do? Yeah, what he do? Chill between the legs, behind the back.
Yeah, come on.
Yo, Mad Max, did you say Jason Thompson? Thomas, bro? Yo, bro, get him up out of here. He got to
chill. That was the
Mad Max got to go.
That was the most lying, honest statement I've ever heard in my life. Because
everything he said was true, right. But everything he said was
when you see the dunk, it's like, oh, this looks like.
Which is crazy as hell too, Ron, because you expected something else, even though everything I said was right there. Everything I said happened, but you expected some whole other shit. I'm like, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. It's a you problem.
You can't say he told you something different. He told you what to expect. Everything was there, point by point. But
that is how communication happens a whole lot. Just misunderstandings and just you know.
Billy, how you doing on time? I know you were saying that you might be on a time limit.
How many more teams we got? I think I'm good to finish this out.
So we got the Hawks, Hornets, Heat, Magic, Wizards, Mavs, Rockets, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Spurs. So we got about 10 more teams, a little less than that.
Okay. I'm gonna try my best to stick around.
All right, let's get through these teams, fellas. Let's run through these.
Well, we got Miami done. We got Atlanta done.
Yeah, Miami's D Wade. Atlanta's Dominique.
Yeah.
All right, so about Atlanta a little bit at least.
What, Josh Smith?
Atlanta is next.
But Josh
Smith was crazy.
Yeah, Josh Smith
was crazy.
Yeah.
It's still Dominique, but if you're gonna give any respect,
you gotta give respect to Josh Smith, but it's Dominique.
Yeah.
Josh Smith got some of the. Ironically enough, because he is going up against Dominique in Atlanta, but Josh Smith got.
Shout out Spud Webb.
Full
Spud. Shout out
Spud. 5'7" Duncan. Yeah, shout out to Spud Webb. Definitely not winning, but shout out to Spud Webb.
I appreciate full windmills. Josh Smith did full windmills with that left hand.
Yeah, Dominique did full windmills with
two hands. That is true. Absolutely.
Yeah. That dunk 2-hand windmill.
Yeah.
Dominique on the baseline, by the way.
Down here and then dunking on people.
Yeah,
Dominique was doing some crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He got jerked.
Dominique, like I go back to like the 80s. I think dunk contest, Dominique, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should have been a 50, but they couldn't do it to him in Chicago. He got jerked, no doubt.
All right, well, we got Dominique. Somebody said Ben McLemore was a better dunker.
Ben,
we know talking about it.
And not even because of that, because he was garbage. And he fooled us all.
We talk about dunking, Ox. We are not talking about shooting, playing basketball.
He fooled us all in Kansas. And
I know this is a sore spot for you, but we talk about dunking. I think he deserves his name in the hat.
He's a good dunker for sure.
You take Ben McLemore before John Collins?
John Collins?
In
Where?
Atlanta?
No,
No,
he's talking about
Ben was in
Sacramento.
Sac. Ben was in
Come
Sac.
on.
Sacramento, we're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's talking about the Kings. Yeah, hell no.
Oh, okay. That's what I was. Okay.
All right, but for Atlanta, we got Dominique Wilkins. For the Hornets, Chill threw out a good name, and I'm pretty sure that's who we're gonna rock with. But who you guys got?
I'm going Baron Davis though.
I'm not mad
Aaron
at that.
Davis, Miles Bridges.
Diddy.
Miles Bridges too.
Bridges.
Oh,
God
Miles
damn.
Bridges is
So
nasty.
Jared Wallace can't win. Jared Wallace can't win this. Okay.
He can't.
He's in the convo.
Oh wait, was
Oh,
he?
yeah,
Because I didn't know. I didn't. Did we?
Who'd
Did we
you
pick him
say?
for the
Larry
Guns or
Johnson,
no?
yeah?
No,
No,
y'all got
it's
Malik
Malik-
Monk.
it's Malik
Y'all
Monk.
got Malik Monk for the Sac.
Okay.
for Sac.
So Larry, for me, it's Larry Johnson or Jared Wallace.
Larry Johnson or Gerald Wallace. I'm going with.
I got
Gerald
Miles
Wallace.
Bridges or Baron Davis.
Miles
No,
Bridges.
Larry-
Gerald Wallace.
I might have to
Crazy.
take Miles. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah,
Miles is
Yeah.
insane.
Miles,
Yeah, I think so, man.
Miles is tough. Miles.
This is a good one.
Really?
But I like Gerald Wallace
I
though.
feel like
Gerald
Larry
is a
Johnson
great
being
shout.
disrespectful.
Larry Johnson is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, he would
Not
be
tripping.
probably unanimous.
Miles is like a
Nah,
more
you're not
athletic
tripping,
Larry
man.
Johnson.
Low key, yeah, really what it is.
I got Miles.
I'm
Bridges.
gonna go Gerald though. I'm gonna go Gerald though.
Okay, I'll go Jared. I'll go with Jared Wallace too because I feel like Jared Wallace is another one who I feel like has to like make a team at some point.
Yeah, I think just he probably has more than Miles. If I'm like guesstimating it, probably.
And if Jared Wallace had LaMelo throwing him lobs in transition, come on, man.
Mm.
Yeah,
All right, to everybody in the
got
chat,
Gerald
I'm running-
Wallace for sure.
I'm running a poll right now to everybody in the chat. Who's the best dunker for the Hornets? This is a good one, y'all. We got Miles Bridges, Larry Johnson, Jared Wallace, and Baron Davis. It looks like Bridges is off to a fast start on that poll. But as for up here, though, fellas, I'm going to go around the room one more time. You guys give me your final answer. It sounded like real talk. You got Gerald. Ox, you got Gerald.
Yes, I do. Shout out to Larry.
Mars, you got Gerald.
Yeah, but shout out to Michael Kidd Gilchrist and Jeremy Lamb. But yeah, I'll go Jared Wallace.
Billy, who you got?
It's a tough one, but I'll go with Miles Bridges.
I'm right there with you. I gotta go Miles.
Me too.
But chill, who you got?
Grandmama.
Okay. And Damian, you got Miles too?
I got Miles. Mhm.
Okay. Chill, if you had to choose between Miles and Gerald Wallace, who are you taking?
Wallace.
Nostalgia prevails. Yeah.
Gerald Wallace.
Chill. How did that grandmama stuff start? Like, why did that become a thing?
He dressed up like a old like a grandmother.
It was for the
And
commercial.
Oh, I
right?
know. I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
for
why
the-
was he doing that? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. They just came up with the gimmick of him, dressing up like a for Converse. That's what it was for the sneaker company.
Converse, okay.
They ended up that was the gimmick in the sneaker commercial, and I mean it stuck.
Jay Rich
Let
did have
Jared
some good
McCain.
dunks.
Let Jared McCain do that. Watch what happens. But it's cool. It's cool.
Things were a lot different in 1992, Mars, than they are today. Way different.
The
Jerry
standards
McCain
have
to do it
changed.
in a maxi dress and a whole bunch of different shit. He
get
like-
locked
he
up
be
for that
trying to
back
be
then.
all
Real,
cute
real
and
drip.
shit.
Real
Yeah,
drip.
because-
We're talking about real drip. Yeah.
Because putting on a wig and some fake tits is not bad enough. It's the nail polish that's really,
Yeah, that's where you draw the line. That's where
really
you draw the
doing
line.
it. It's not the
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the fact that the grandmama shit, that shit was funny.
All right, we got the Miami Heat next. We've threw out Wade a lot. Is there anybody else that we want to give an
Derrick
honorable
Jones
mention?
Jr.
Harold Miner.
Derrick Jones Jr. is a great answer.
Yeah,
Derrick Jones
yeah.
Jr. is a great answer.
Yeah,
Derrick
yeah.
Jones Jr. will put your ass in the bucket. Yes, he
Yeah.
would.
Literally in the.
I think
Yes,
Derrick
it
Jones
would.
Jr. is probably a better dunker than Dwayne Wade, but that doesn't
I
matter.
think
So Shaden Sharp don't win it for Portland, so Dwayne Wade.
That's big
See,
deal.
once something happened to you, you gonna stick on that. Yeah, Mars gonna fix
I
it.
don't know how Shaden Sharp just got pushed to the side. I don't understand that. That doesn't make
Well,
any sense.
I think so. Going back to that, Shaden Sharp's dunk list is like this. Clyde Drexler's dunk list is off screen.
Yeah, because Clyde Drexler's been retired for 30 years.
That's the whole point. The criteria is what you've done for that team.
Man, John
And
Moran
so, I
off
mean, like-
rookie year was the best dunker Memphis ever had. And he had
What kind
like
of history does
9
Memphis have with dunkers?
They ain't got besides Swift.
Stroma.
Besides
Yeah,
Swift.
Stroma. Yeah.
Which is also to his point. Like,
But how many dunks DJJ got with Miami though?
Not
Quite a
that
bit,
many. but
actually.
See, it's being
Yeah, a lot.
no.
A lot,
How
it'd be
long
a
was
lot,
Derrick
yeah.
Jones Jr. in Miami? Like 2 years?
I think a season,
Nah, a bit
maybe
longer.
2 seasons.
Was he? He was there in the bubble. How long was he there?
Mhm.
think he was there a bit longer than that.
Because he was in Phoenix.
The credit for
Miami,
Derrick Jones Jr. is that like
2.5.
so Dwayne Wade
That was close.
played longer for the Heat, but Derrick Jones like dunked a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
Even though it was a short time, like being taller than D Wade and longer arms, everything, like crashing the basket. Yeah.
And that was almost part of the game. That was part of the
dunks,
game plan to get him dunks. Like that was a momentum swing in Miami.
Well,
I remember that.
He also couldn't do anything else at that point. So.
That was a fact.
D Wade for somebody that was just 6'4", dude got
Shaedon Sharpe has 160 dunks and he's in year 4. It's not like he's not dunking.
Well, but there's a difference between like just a two-hand like put in dunk versus like actually dunking on somebody, doing like trick dunks like windmills and stuff like that.
I agree, but Shaedon Sharpe also has posters.
I think you got to do a little bit more homework on Clyde Drexler and like see all the posters he had. But
I'm aware of Clyde Drexler. I just think Shaedon's a better dunker. You're not gonna tell me what I've watched. I know what I've watched.
Mark,
I just think Shaedon Sharpe is. If you put them both in a dunk contest, Shaedon Sharpe would win.
Oh, see, yeah. So we're just talking about a difference in criteria.
Like, you guys are telling me about longevity and whatever. Like, cool, I understand. Clyde has a body of work. That's fine.
Talent.
I'm not taxing Shaedon Sharpe for the fact that we've decided to make this list in 2025.
Like,
for sure, that's why I'm fine with Clyde. I even said Clyde makes sense.
Better than Shaedon's post.
If we make this list in 2035, and Shaedon's been on Portland his whole career, all of a sudden it's time for me to.
Now it's different.
All of a sudden it's now more of a conversation. When I'm saying Shaedon's probably at his peak as a dunker now. You don't really get better as you get older. When you're young, that's probably at your best. And I'm just saying this Shaedon I've seen is better than Clyde was. Clyde just has a larger body of work. But if the list is who's the best dunker, it's Shaedon. If the list is who's the more memorable dunker for the franchise, cool, Clyde. But I don't think
Mars, you think he at his peak right now at 22?
If you're talking about
dunker, as a dunker, yeah. Most dunkers
has better
in their young 20s.
In their early 20s.
I'm taxing for having congested lanes. There's more bigs down there. It's easier to get posters. Nowadays the lane is so nowadays the commonality of a poster is larger when you have someone to dunk on. Is that not just common sense?
Don't tell that.
If the lane is so clear these days, if the lane is so clear these days, how often are you gonna have the opportunity to catch someone if there's no one down there? Back in the 80s, there was 19 people in the paint. Yeah, you're gonna have a chance to catch someone. That's not Shaedon's fault.
You got to get in there, Morris.
Shaedon gets it. I just told you the guy has 160 dunks. What do you want me to do about the fact that the bigs are moving out the way? Business decisions.
No, I'm talking about Clyde. You still have to, like, if the paint's congested, you have to get in there.
Yeah, and he got in there.
So I gotta get in there and then.
Are you trying to notify
Shaedon gets into the paint? That's exactly what I'm saying is Shaedon dunks a lot. Shaedon's court body's already in year 4. Shaedon jumps high as hell. Like, he checks all the boxes besides longevity. That's what I'm saying.
It's a lot easier to dunk when the lane's wide open, though.
I'm not arguing that, but I'm saying if the criteria is posters, it's also there's more likelihood for posters when there's more people in the game.
But that is part of it, though, Mars. Like, we're talking about guys dunking on guys. Getting put on a poster is part of it, and the fact that the lane is clogged, to your point, that's not Shaedon Sharpe's fault.
Puts people on posters. I don't know.
That ain't Drex's fault neither. In fact, I think that compounds what we're talking about with Drex because the lane is clogged. There's more big men in there, so I get to dunk on bigger guys, and it just looks better.
All right, fellas, we got to bring it back to the Heat. Is everybody taking Dwayne Wade?
Yeah,
I'm taking Dwayne Wade. Shout out to Harold Miner though, but I'm taking Dwayne Wade.
I'll go D-Wade.
All right, we got Dwayne Wade for the Heat. Next up is a good one: the Orlando Magic.
Dwight.
Tough.
Dwight.
You know where I'm at.
I can't not reward that dunk contest. That man sat down in the air.
You got Dwight. You got T-Mac, you got Aaron Gordon.
I got Max Sauce.
Good shout. Great shout, actually.
Tracy McGrady 100% play for the Magic. He did.
I got Max Sauce. That's where I'm at.
I got Penny Hardaway.
I'm going enough volume with better dunker. I'm sorry, Dwight. I know you caught a lot of lobs and boom, cool. I'm going Max Sauce.
There's no way Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine aren't going to make this list. There's just no way.
Young Shaq too as well in Orlando.
Hey, man, shout out Steve Francis.
Orlando
No,
got
not
names. Orlando might have the best starting
You know who I
five,
got,
low-key.
but chill. I'm just giving shout outs where they do.
All right, so Ox, you got T-Back. Damian, who you got?
I got Dwight.
All right, well, one for T-Mac, one for Dwight. Billy, who you rocking with?
T-Mac. It's tough, but T-Mac.
Okay. Real
good
talk.
man.
You got T-Mac, you said?
Yep.
Mars, who you got?
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. And Chill, who you got?
I'm gonna take AG too.
AG, so.
He sat down in
T-Mac
the
got it,
air.
It's Aaron Gordon.
No, T-Mac.
Aaron Gordon.
We got three for T-Mac.
All right.
Oh man.
Mark,
Aaron
I
Gordon's
know
on
he
the
wasn't
floor.
on Orlando at the time, but T-Max was that 2000 or 01 when he did it with Vince? The one
Oh,
where
the
Giving
dunk
him
contest?
Toronto
Yes.
dunks.
No,
No, you're talking about the dunk contest, right?
I'm just
talking about the
picking on
contest,
T-Mac
yeah?
as a dunker, period. Bro, T-Mac he did a 360 and touched his toes and then came back.
Aaron
and
Gordon
touched-
sat down in the air.
I know.
What about
But
the
Over a
360
mascot.
touch your toes?
Dunk
and
contest, Aaron Gordon's
Nasty.
obviously better.
Aaron Gordon jumped over an 8-foot tall mascot.
I thought we
sat
weren't including
down
dunk contest.
and had room to put the ball underneath both legs.
No, Aaron Gordon is the best dunk contest dunker ever. I know that.
He was on the Magic when he did that.
Cool, but he did he do it in the game? All right then.
Let's bring out the mascot in game. Okay. Yeah, okay. Man, Aaron Gordon. There's whatever, man.
All right, fellas, we got 6 more teams left. We just did the Magic. Tracy McGrady's for the Magic. Who do we got for the Wizards?
John Wall.
Not
JaVale McGee.
John Wall, JaVale McGee.
Bill
Michael
McGee.
Jordan.
I'm going John Wall.
Chris Webber was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, with the Bullets.
He was
A
over.
little bit.
Well, he only played
Yeah.
that one season there.
Yeah. I think I got John Wall. I'm trying to think of
Damn, are the
forgetting
Wizards the
anybody.
weakest franchise?
I
I'm
think
trying
so.
to think of someone I might be forgetting.
Jeez, man. I respect John Wall.
I think it's John Wall and JaVale McGee is the two that come to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Washington.
I've always
All
said
right.
though about John Wall, low key, people like he's as fast as some of them people that they compare him to, like the Russes and D Rose. He's not as vertically good, like jumping off the ground as those other players though. But he still caught enough bodies and stuff. So shout out to J Wall.
So who y'all
I
rocking
don't
with?
feel like
Wait,
John
wait, what
Wall is the
about,
right answer, but if it is, I just think the
I
Wizards
don't
are
either.
weak.
I think the Wizards have a weak dunk line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
just
Antoine
honorarily
Jamison.
put Shaden
Antoine
Sharp on the
Jamison,
Wizards?
no?
No, leave Shaden Sharp alone.
Can we put
John
Aaron
Wall.
Gordon
Has
and
to
Zach
be John
LaVine on the
Wall.
Wizards?
Was that Antoine Jamison was catching any bodies? No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I'll take John Wall. Yep.
Karan,
Yeah, John
Karan was
Wall.
there for a little while.
Karan was.
I'm going John Wall.
There's no way.
We got 2 John Walls. Any JaVale takers, or is everybody going with John
Low-key,
Wall?
JaVale.
I'm debating between JaVale and John Wall.
Yeah,
right now.
JaVale. I'm thinking about it, low-key. I don't know, man.
I usually lean towards the shorter guys with more bounce, but JaVale is pretty
He's
crazy.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm gonna go with JaVale just this one time.
I do like Karan too. I got to stick with John Wall. I got to.
I'm
Real
switching
talk,
to
Damian?
JaVale too. I ain't gonna. Yeah, I'm switching
I got
to
John Wall.
JaVale. I'm
I got
going
John
with Billy on that one.
We got 2 JaVale, 2 John Wall. Mars.
We got
Chill.
3 John Walls.
Oh.
Chill going John Wall.
Elvin Hayes. Oh no, I'm not. It can't be John Wall. There's no way. Elvin Hayes. Oh.
All right, John Wall for the Wizards. Next up, we got the Dallas Mavericks. Who the Mavs got?
Michael Finley.
Michael Finley
Dennis
is the main
Smith
person. in mind.
Jr.
Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr.
I'm really not mad at that
Oh,
one.
Michael Finley.
So
I'm
Dennis
going
Smith
Mike
Jr.
Finley, man.
and his little 2-year stint in Dallas can make it.
But it don't sound like he finna make the list though, Ron. I mean, Mars. So relax.
And also,
I mean, but
Clyde
if,
never-
if,
Clyde
yeah, if
never
Clyde
played
played for the Mavs, we wouldn't be talking about
Yeah, I
Dennis.
Derrick Jones Jr. was on the Mavs too.
That's
he
not-
was,
that's not-
and he was
that's
catching
fair.
a lot of lobs from Luka while he was
He
over
was. I think
you can
Finley
shade
clears this one though, y'all.
Who else they have? Josh Howard?
Derrick Jones Jr. He
Josh
definitely-
Howard, yeah. Wait,
I'm taking Michael Finley.
Tyson Chandler's
I
a
think
good
Michael
shout,
Finley.
Yeah,
but
I'll take Michael Finley.
I'll go Michael Finley as well.
yeah, I'll go Mike. I'll go Mike.
So we consider Derrick Jones over D Wade, but we can't consider Derrick Jones for the Mavs.
I threw his name out for the Mavs.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Didn't seem like he got much entertainment, but
I wouldn't be mad if you said Derrick Jones Jr. for the Mavs, because Michael Finley was great, but he wasn't like.
Yeah.
I'll go Derrick Jones. I'll go Derrick Jones Jr.
I'll say Derrick Jones Jr. too.
I'll go DJJ
All right.
as well.
Oh, it's a tie. 3-3. Well, fellas, nostalgia got me. I'm gonna go with Michael Finley. He did it longer.
Damn, if only Shaden played in 2003, man. Damn.
I used to wear that blue Mike Finley jersey so much. Man.
Just
That was my
bookmark this,
favorite.
Miles. We'll do it again in 10 years. And
Just
it's-
Yeah, 2035, I will be here, and it will be Shaden Strong. Yeah.
All right, next up, we got the Houston Rockets.
Steve Francis.
Is this Gerald
Francis.
Wallace?
No,
I mean,
it's
not
Steve
Gerald Wallace.
Francis.
Is this
Tracy
oh,
McGrady.
I thought that was Gerald Green actually, but I can get with Steve Francis.
Franchise.
Yeah, Steve Francis.
Franchise.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll go Jalen.
Franchise.
You know, it just says what it
You
is.
got who?
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green is a great shout, but
Shout out Jalen Green.
Jalen
yeah.
Green
2035.
got vibes in Houston.
2035.
We're gonna erase Jalen Green's dunk contest, and then just only look at what he did.
Yeah,
Steve Francis
the
was
dunk
shorter
contest.
and had better
Right,
dunks than Jalen Green.
Steve Francis
I
was
got Jalen.
insane.
Franchise.
Jalen Green caught two bodies in the same game on Nick Claxton.
Chill, you're not gonna go with Kenny Smith on this one?
Jalen Green punched on
Nah, he
Jaren
was-
Jackson,
In
DPOY.
Sacramento, he was different.
Yeah.
Amen Thompson dunks boring.
A man don't be doing nothing. A man be doing
Yeah.
at best a tomahawk at best. He don't do
Yeah,
nothing.
he don't.
Yeah, he still be getting up.
It looks cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
he get up.
his head will be at the rim, and he'll just
Yeah,
he don't want to do nothing.
Are we forgetting
Um,
anybody?
It's got to be Steve Francis.
Joey Mars and on this Jalen Green. Man.
My answer: Steve Francis or Jalen Green.
But
and
Steve
I'm
got
obviously going with Jalen
Steve
Green.
Francis had better dunks and he was shorter. He just jumps higher, everything. It's got to be Steve.
I don't think Steve Francis jumps higher than Jalen Green.
100% he
I
does.
don't either.
I don't think so.
Jalen Green was getting
It's
his head.
close. That's one of the things I can't tell just by looking at it. They're both
Yeah,
got-
Steve Francis
Yeah, I
is
don't know what the
6'2".
maths is
Jalen
on
Green
that.
is 6'5", 6'6".
Jalen Green is
It's
6'4".
just basic math. Steve Francis is
Jalen
like
Green
6
is
foot.
not
Especially with-
6'4",
and he was
boy.
getting his
When Jalen Green as a rookie was for sure 6'4". He's probably grown since then. But when Jalen Green was flying his rookie and sophomore year, he was about 6'4".
Jalen was 6'5" in high school.
Yeah, Jalen not 6'4", Mars.
he was
Jalen closer to 6'6" than he is to 6'4".
Yeah.
Now I agree. In high
Right.
school, I don't agree with you.
Mhm.
He just had a wiry frame, so he looked bigger than he was.
Yeah, he did.
But
Yeah,
he
he
was-
long. He looked tall. Yeah,
Yeah.
them little skinny ones.
Jalen Green now I would say
you
is
know what
probably
I'm saying?
6'5" and a bit, but back then he wasn't 6'6".
Hmm.
Them little
Jalen will
skinny
try to
ones.
tell you he's 6'6" though.
I'm not. I don't
Steve
have a
Francis,
problem.
though.
I ain't
Steve
got a problem
Francis,
with
yeah.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve Francis will win. I'm not. This
Yeah.
doesn't annoy me, but I've got Jalen Green.
Yeah, shout out Jalen Green for sure.
All right, so we got Steve Francis for the Rockets. Shout out the franchise. Stevie franchise. All right, we got three more: the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, and the Spurs. We're gonna start with the Grizzlies. Who do you guys
John
got
Morant.
for Memphis?
Ja.
John Morant.
Ja, yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out
Y'all
Stromae.
not, y'all not, so y'all not even gonna consider Rudy or Stromae?
I
Rudy's
watched
a
it. I
great
watched.
shout.
Rudy
Yeah.
Gay is amazing. I watched this man dunk on Wemby. I don't.
Yeah, John
Power layup, but
John Morant's got the most bounce, the most spectacular posters, everything.
Who did he dunk? Who did he dunk on? Was it? It was some white.
He was dunking on everyone.
Was
Then
it
he had to stop
Jacopo he
'cause
killed?
Yes.
Jacopo maybe.
red
Yes.
rum. Red rum.
Kill.
He
I'm
nearly
going
killed
with
Kevin
Rudy.
Love.
I'm
I
going with Rudy
remember that.
Gay, Ron. Give me Rudy Gay.
I got John Morant. Yeah. This was
John
a layup.
Morant.
Yeah, this was a layup.
All right, we got John Morant, a layup or a thunk, however you want to call it.
Mhm.
And then we have the Pelicans.
There's no way this is not Zion.
Anthony Davis.
There's no way. There's no
This
way.
is Baron
not Zion.
Davis. Baron Davis?
No, because that's Charlotte.
Mhm.
That was the Hornets.
Yeah,
They
sure,
went.
yeah.
They
There
went-
is no way this is not
No, this is
Zion.
Zion. I think it's Zion. I'll take
I don't
Zion.
even really know the other names to consider. I don't know.
Anthony Davis would be the other name.
It's tricky with the franchise switches.
I'm getting.
I would consider Baron Davis.
Who else was a high flyer that played in
Baron Davis is Hornets, bro.
Yeah, when he was there, it was the New
Doesn't
Orleans
make
Hornets.
sense. Yeah,
Like
I
this
mean,
for the
Trey
Pels.
Murphy has got some.
Who else was a high flyer that played there? Like if you think about their history, who else
Trey
is
Murphy?
a high flyer that played?
Trey
Hey, we
Murphy,
did
yeah.
just watch Trey Murphy catch a
He
body.
made 5 feet
Well,
seconds.
playback
Yeah,
live.
Trey Murphy's
it's-
crazy.
Trey Murphy.
Yeah.
But Zion's one of the best dunkers I've ever seen. So
Yeah,
J.R. Smith did play on the New Orleans Hornets. He was throwing down some shit too over there. But yeah, it's Zion.
All right. Shout out Eric
Yeah.
Bledsoe too. But we all comfortable with Zion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess so.
All right, Zion Williamson for the Pelicans. And last but not least, the San Antonio Spurs. Who we got?
Michael Finley. Oh, we already
This
said
is
You
a
already got
boring
him.
franchise.
You already got him,
My goodness.
Spurs are super boring for dunking.
Manu.
Mane,
yeah, I was gonna
probably.
say Manu
Yeah.
Ginobili got a couple.
Yeah, I might go with
Oh,
my-
George
I got
Gervin.
Manu. Oh,
Yeah, I'm thinking George Gervin.
George
George
Gervin.
Gervin.
Right.
Gervin.
My
I'm thinking
bad.
Iceman.
My bad. My
Got
bad.
Derek Anderson. David Robinson was pretty
Yeah, I was
good.
about to say,
Robinson.
David Robinson
Yeah,
was
I'm
coming.
Oh,
The
yeah,
Admiral, yes sir. The Admiral.
Jonathan
Y'all seen
Simmons.
And David Robinson
Jonathan
had stepped on
Simmons.
tricks too. Like he was doing 2-hand windmills on the fast break. But
I think we got to go
Jonathan
George
Simmons is
Gervin.
good. Sean
These are the
Elliott.
names that get to win. Shaden Sharp is pretty-
George Gervin.
Hey, Sean Elliott used to punch it though.
he had that one where he boosted up on the.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want also. I know we're already done with them. We already did Orlando, and shout out to T Mac. I'm happy he got it, but I just want to show a little love to Nick Anderson.
Brent Barry played for the Spurs for a little bit, right?
James White played for the Spurs for a little bit.
That is true.
Oh.
All right, Billy, who you got?
This is tough. I don't like super like anybody from the Spurs, but I guess David Robinson.
All right, we got one for David Robinson. Chill, who you rocking with?
Dave Robinson, yes sir.
Damian,
George Gervin.
Big Ox.
Shout out to Manu. I'm going with George Gervin.
Real talk.
George Gervin.
I didn't know George. I thought George was known for like the
The finger roll. Yeah.
He was
It's
known for
funny,
the finger
right?
roll, but he was still punching.
But he
He
dunked
can
the
dunk.
ball too.
Yeah.
He dunked the ball
he
too.
was
He
still
dunked the ball.
punching.
Yeah.
Dude, Timmy had the most posters in San Antonio.
No, it's definitely
yeah,
David Robinson.
because he played there. But if he did, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, but he played there for
I'm gonna go David though.
I
I'm
think-
gonna go David Robinson.
I think George Gervin competed in the very first dunk contest in the ABA from memory.
If
But-
y'all in the comments saying
You can find
are
George Gervin in
insane.
an
Like,
NBA
that's-
dunk contest and he was trash.
It's insane for y'all to say that George Gervin did.
Ooh, Stephon Castle recently. That's true. Somebody says Stephon.
He will be it. He will be.
Yeah,
But-
he will be.
Man,
2035.
he already a better dunker than
2035.
whoever you. He a bad dunker than whoever you about to name.
David Robinson.
Who you got, Mars?
We texting Wemby.
All right.
Yeah, dunks without jumping.
Real talking. Who did you take?
The Admiral.
All right, David Robinson is who's going to make it for the San Antonio Spurs. All right, y'all. That is the list. That was fun.
What a boring franchise, San Antonio.
And they were the last one of the list too, the worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boring
Shaden
best
Sharp.
players.
Washington.
Timmy, boring players. Like just boring.
Y'all think that was the worst one?
You just handing them
Washington.
three like,
The
here go your,
Wizards,
here go your,
in my
hey,
opinion.
real
Washington.
talk, here go your
Yeah.
championship
Yeah.
trophy.
Yeah.
My
The Wizards,
head.
Wizards,
Wizards
Utah.
was trash.
Spurs.
New
Who did we pick for the
Orleans.
Jazz?
I don't
Donovan
even
I
remember.
picked that.
Oh, Donovan
I
Mitchell.
picked-
Donovan
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
I picked
Donovan
that.
Mitchell. Yeah, we picked Donovan.
Yeah.
Man, Shaden, request a trade to the Wizards or the Jazz, please, man. God damn. This is
All right,
sad.
yo, Billy. I appreciate you for coming through. I don't know if you're ready to jump off yet.
Yeah.
But can you tell the people where they can find you at, and also can you tell the people like if you got anything that's major coming up next or anything like that?
So Dunkademics on any platform is where you can find me. I've got a dunk session this Friday that could be good. So stay tuned for YouTube and TikTok is mainly where I'm posting right now, but also Instagram. But I appreciate you guys having me out. This is really fun. I enjoyed being on here.
Yeah, I appreciate you for coming through, my man. All-time episode.
Shout out to punching it over the big guys.
Let's go.
Shout out to high flyers. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All right, my man. We'll catch you next time.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Billy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I like shit like that, Ox. Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Well,
No doubt.
all right, Damien. We'll catch you next time.
All right, Damien.
Tomorrow. All right, well, I guess that leaves me with 4 bandits and a bunch of super chats. So let's get into it. Shout out to bandits in the chat too. If you guys, because I ain't even said nothing to y'all yet. If you haven't liked the video, go ahead and like the video. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Somebody gave us an angry, well, they hit the angry button on Facebook. Justin Marquise Brown. I don't know what made him mad, but he's angry at you guys. And then also shout out to Jordan Banks.
Probably because y'all didn't pick Scottie Pippen for Chicago.
Well, shout out to Jordan Banks too. You guys might know this guy. He said, shout out to the people watching on Facebook, and I agree with Jordan. All right, fellas, let's get into it. The first super chat I got was a recent one that came through. It was from Mr. Derek Mitchell. Mr. Derek Mitchell said, Brian, with all due respect, that is sacrilegious to ever say Iggy over Dr. J, Dawkins, and Young Chuck. Chill. Robert Pack punched it on Sean Bradley, not Kemp. How did Daryl Griffith not get mentioned for the Utah Jazz? He did get mentioned.
Many times.
And how did you? Not only that, Mr. Derek Mitchell, how did you miss Robbie Pack punching on Sean Kemp in the playoffs when they beat them? How did you miss that? Ran right down the gut, coast to coast, and punched it on Sean Kemp. How did you miss that? And then jumped up in the air after he punched it on him. How did you miss that?
Who's Derek Mitchell? You might have to go do your homework.
Yes, sir. How did you miss that? Went coast to coast and punched it on him.
These Clyde Drexler dunks not moving me right now.
And real talk, it's sacrilegious to ever say Iggy over Dr. J.
I'm trying to figure out who Brian is. Who's Brian?
Shout out Brian, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, Brian. All right. Where is Cheese? Sent through a super chat and said, I don't recognize this team anymore. Defense was our bread and butter. I could live with the Magic having poor offense, knowing we had an elite defense to fall back on. We are ass on both. And then he went on to say, I'm not ready to sound the alarm yet because it's the East. But this is the best month to correct the ship. Because December onwards is when games are coming thick and fast. Otherwise, hashtag save Mike Malone.
Pause.
Yeah, coming thick and fast.
How's your finals pick looking, real talk?
Yeah, real talk.
How's your finals pick looking?
How they looking? It's early, bro. We don't shift positions after what, 7 games? Or whatever.
We do not, real talk, because I got the Mavs in the West Finals. So no, we don't.
You need to stop that one, but other than that, yeah, I'm not coming off Orlando yet, bro.
Hey, we'll give you guys the opportunity to walk this back peacefully. And I won't say
nothing else. I gotta walk it back. I'll walk it back.
I will.
Real talk. I won't say nothing else to you, Ox or Pin, for the way you guys were glazing the Magic and Paulo and Franz and everything else they had going on. We'll leave it alone. Just walk it back right now.
No, I'm not walking it back right now. Yeah,
nope.
I'm cool. Not right now. It's too early in the season.
Hey, it's gonna hurt later. I promise you. Taserman 17. Shout out to Taserman. Taserman said, as a Magic fan, we are the most fraudulent team in the league right now. I am overreacting, panicking, and about to jump off the ledge. I need the chat and the panel to talk me off the ledge. Dub Show, L Chat.
Still got a bad offense.
Early in the season. Yeah,
still early in the season. Still got a bad offense. Defense got to get better. Defense ain't what it was last year. You got to get more production from that point guard. And I think that can happen.
Yo, Taserman, it's better now than later. Just jump now. because it's gonna happen.
Chill, you always say about Orlando they need better production from their point guard. I like Jalen Suggs.
I'm sure you do. I like him too. I just don't like him at 13 a game. We need more than that. That's not going to get it done if we're trying to do what you talking about them doing. 13 a game ain't enough. No, it's not.
No, we need our best player to be like, which again, Paulo's been picking it up lately, but to me, Paulo and Franz being better are more important than like they need better out of Jalen Suggs. Jalen
Suggs is still on a minutes restriction, so I'm not really like.
No.
I don't know what you expect from someone playing 20 minutes.
Is he still on a minutes restriction? That's like that. Is that still going on? I mean, I watched him a couple of nights ago against Washington, and
he played 20 minutes. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I was wondering why he wasn't playing. I'm thinking. I mean, he ain't playing that bad that he shouldn't be playing. I was trying to figure out what it was. I didn't know he was on a minutes restriction.
And he's already missed a game or two, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's not playing. I didn't know that. Franz is shooting like 40% from three earlier in the season.
Much better than last year.
That's intriguing. That's intriguing. So positives.
Taser man, just get it out the way with. Jump for joy. SMN RNDM said Mars, Jokic is not overrepresented. It's just Swiper alone. Or it's just Swiper alone works overtime in representing him, so it feels like he's overrepresented. I don't see many Jokic Glazers around here.
Then you ain't looking hard
enough. Yeah, no, Jokic Glaze has become such a just natural part of life.
Yeah.
That you don't even view like clear glaze as glaze anymore. Like the fact that Jokic is still just deemed the consensus best player in the world. Glaze.
Just because you don't see no roaches here don't mean that they ain't everywhere. Just because they ain't in this specific space, that don't mean that they ain't everywhere. And that's 100% going on with Joker. I was a part of that.
See some roaches. Hey, Ox, grab your pet roach right quick. I know it's right there by your left foot.
My pet.
Ox, tell him stop playing with you, bro.
What you call it, Rodney?
This is why when I see this dude, I be jumping on him, Ox.
Hey, Ox, grab Rodney. Show us Rodney.
This is exactly why, Ox, when I see him, it's go time. As soon as I see him.
I was just in Portland. Ox got about four or five leashes. He took the roaches on a walk and all of that.
Anyways, chill. Like I was saying, who else could just make a basic chest pass and then get talked about for 6 days straight?
Great pass.
Look how
how did he do that?
Oh my god! It
that
hit him
behind
right
the back
in the
pass
chest.
was incredible.
I remember when they were pushing that Jokic was missing shots on purpose so that his team could get the rebound. He shot something and it was like he missed it off that side of the rim because he knew that only he could get it. I was like, okay, this is what we got going on now. Shout out to Jokic though, because maybe he did do that. Maybe we're just not thinking on his wavelength. It's like when he chooses not to play defense because he's actually thinking 4 plays ahead.
Y'all got to stop putting all that on Swipe again, bro. Like it's way more out here, bro.
I ain't gonna argue that, real.
I'm not even. I'm talking about still out there in the ethos, in the atmosphere, in the basketball community. Is way more than just Swiper doing that. I promise.
Yeah.
We've had some on here a couple of times.
Damn, Walker Kessler's out for the rest of the season.
For real?
What?
For what?
So someone just said in the chat. I don't think anyone would just randomly be like.
And the tank begins.
What?
They trying to keep VJ in Utah for sure.
Yo, the next super chat I got is from Killer Predator 00. Killer Predator said, "What about the AG dunk on Christmas a couple years ago?"
That was on Shamit. Shoulder surgery is why Kessler's out for the rest of the season. Damn, he was having a really good start to the season too.
Yes, he was.
Swiper did say that he solved basketball and he was unschemable. You can't scheme.
Swiper said he was the Gretzky Michael
of basketball. Yeah.
You can't scheme against him. He has solved basketball. That was a beautiful statement. All right,
and then anytime he does get schemes against, it's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah. Man, the glaze is actually crazy. Oh my god. You can't do this to Jokic. Thing proceeds to be done. Well, that one doesn't actually count. Okay.
Teddy Hart says if Giddey was the point guard on the Showtime Lakers, they still get at least 3 rings. No knee-jerk reactions. Just think.
They win
Josh
6
Giddey-
because they win it. They win in 81. They don't lose to the Rockets team because Giddy's gonna be healthy.
Right.
And they damn near beat that Sixers team. They win 7. Yeah,
They do not beat that Philly team in '83. Nah,
They
Moses was
beat
too
that Philly
much.
team.
Nah, yo.
Ain't no
Moses-
way
Wait,
about
but
that
is that chill? Is
Moses
that
was
like
too
the
much.
only one you're so are you saying you accept the fact that if you replace Magic Johnson with this version of Josh Giddey, they still win championships on those teams?
I'm not saying that Josh Giddey, because what you're trying to do, real talk.
I'm
is
not
get me to
saying
say
that's not what I'm trying to do. I don't push narratives. Isn't that
I
right,
think-
Morris?
I
I'm just
think that
trying to. I'm
if
asking
you
you a
were
question.
if you replace something with something
Mhm.
else that's just as viable, we can still operate
Exactly.
with that. And
Right.
with a guy like Josh Giddey, with the
Giddey
way
is
he's
just as
playing
viable.
right now, being able to knock down open shots like he is, I don't think he
Better
plays
than
as
Magic.
fast as
Yeah.
I don't think he plays as fast as Magic. No, I'm not going to say that at all. I don't think he plays as
Mhm.
fast as Magic. He's not as versatile as Magic. But I do think with the weapons that Magic had around him, having a guy like Josh Giddey, who you guys know that I care about, and I think that he is an awesome passer and an awesome player, with him having weapons like that, I think that Laker team definitely could have won some championships. I don't think he's better than Magic, though. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You heard
tomato,
it.
tomato.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Giddey could have replicated Magic Johnson on those Lakers team, and I'm not even the one that said it. Shout out to OG, man.
Man, if Josh Giddey on that Lakers
That's
team in
OG,
1980,
man.
Kareem
Not
don't
what I
even
just
roll
said.
his ankle. Guarantee it.
I didn't say that.
All right, Mr. Derek Mitchell has clapped back to a couple of y'all up here. Mr.
that's
Derek
good.
said, LOL, real talk. I meant Billy.
Oh,
And then he said, chill.
Okay.
I know about Pac dunking over Kemp, but between the two dunks, which is more notorious? Pac over Kemp or Pac over Bradley?
Pack over
That's
Kemp,
not what
because
you
that was
said
in the
initially.
playoffs.
You said he didn't dunk on Kemp. That's what you said.
Yeah. Well, Mars, with clarification, we got to the bottom of it. Okay, so he was a bit in the dark, and we got to the bottom of that, right? So W clarification. But I think that, first of all, they were in the playoffs and they had beaten Denver both times in Seattle. And they were about to, Kemp had already talked about them sweeping the series. With him dunking on Sean Kemp, like the momentum had swung Denver's way. They ended up winning the series, and that was huge for them. No doubt about that. I think it was Robert Pack throwing it over Kemp.
All right, I want to shout out a couple of our new members. Jalen King became a member. Shout out to Jalen King. And my dog, Dre Bands, joined up as a member. Welcome to the family, y'all. Appreciate you for coming through. Jay Bands did send through a super chat. Put some respect on Derek Queen. # Baltimore.
I'm thinking about calling him Josh Johnson or Magic Giddey from here on out. I'm trying to decide
See
which
what
one I
we
want to
doing?
go with.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm trying to decide which one I want to
No,
go with.
this is some bullshit right here. Real talk is not getting me sucked into this. He's not. No. Hell no.
Oh, man.
MTHJ 301 sent through a super chat and said Ja and Jalen Wells for Jaden McDaniels, Dante DiVincenzo, Mike Conley, and Terrence Shannon, and 3 or 4 picks.
There's no way John Morant's worth that much.
No way.
Right?
Especially not today. Especially not today.
Yeah, I'm kind of good off Demetrius at this point. So I don't know.
That's crazy.
Enjoy Memphis, man. At least Memphis.
And on top of that, why would Minnesota pick up the telephone? Why would Minnesota pick up the telephone if Memphis is calling them, considering what they got going on? This is a you problem that we don't need. We don't need this problem. As good as Ja is, this is a you problem, and you ain't dumping this on us. No, hell no.
I am so tired of the excuses I've been seeing for John Morant online. I'm seeing Jalen Rose on Twitter talking about, hey, Memphis, don't fumble Ja. No, Ja needs to go get better at his sport and at the craft, bro. There's no reason why you should be regressing year after year after year. Like, yeah, you've made some strides as a passer and a playmaker, but at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to get better, right? And your coach can coach you. That's fine as well. If there's repeated data of your team being better when you sit on the bench, then yeah, it's upon him to consider having you on the bench a little bit more. Because I remember, I definitely vividly remember in that Laker game, they made that run, I believe in the second or third quarter, which was out the game. So don't get mad at the coaches because they're doing what's best for the team, bro. You got to get better. We know you're an all-star level player. You're an all-NBA caliber player when you're playing to the level in which you're capable of. But right now, brother, you're bad. You're shooting 12% from three. You got to get better. Got to get better.
That ain't
bro.
coaching, yo. I don't think that's coaching.
Yeah, that's not coaching, bro. You got to get better.
The Grizzlies play the Rockets tonight. What better game to get hot than against his team and his team? Come on, Ja. Let's prove the haters wrong. Let's prove the doubters wrong. Turn up, Ja. Oh, hey, Jordan was talking about you too, Ja. Turn up, Ja. Let's get it.
I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't my team.
I got another super chat from Average Joe. Average Joe said, hot take. In a dunk contest, ... Damian Lillard beats Clyde the Glide Drexler. If you know, you know. Yeah, Mars is right.
Clyde Drexler in a dunk contest.
I'm not about to. You're not convincing me that Clyde Drexler a bad dunker than Shaden Sharp. I've been watching that dunks for like the last 20 minutes. Shaden is like quite clearly better, but it's cool.
I think it's because it's in high definition. So that'll move people.
I could watch Dominique and come to the conclusion that Dominique's better than Shaden Sharp. How can I do that?
The grainy images will do it.
Oh, so Dominique grainy image is better than Shaden Sharp, but Clyde just isn't. Clyde has like
definition matters. Man.
Clyde has like 3 dunks that really moved me. There was one he dunked from like just inside the free throw line in game. Amazing. More often, also, I think you guys overstate the regularity of posters. Most of these dunks aren't even posters. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying like posters are a rare occurrence. I don't know how many posters you guys think these guys were getting, but I'll just say Clyde.
And then two, don't forget, Mars. Like we seen footage of Clyde in college too, at Houston.
5-slammer jammer, yeah.
I mean,
for sure. I'm not arguing against that. I've watched like 4 different videos of Clyde Drexler best dunks. I'm watching one video of Shaden Sharp. I'm 2 minutes in, and I'm like, I've been moved more by these 2 minutes. Like, I watched a video of Clyde Drexler's 10 best career dunks. The way you guys are talking, you think they were all posters. It was like one poster.
Who says those are actually his 10 best dunks? That's just some.
I'm not saying they are, but that's why I had to go watch a bunch of other videos more than just top 10 highlight reels of just a bunch of different dunks. Because once again, I know I watch the games, but apparently I don't. So then I was like, okay, let's watch some dunking highlights. Shaden's are better. Like I don't know. Maybe if Shaden played 40 years ago, he'd have the lore and it would help him. But unfortunately, he plays today.
Yeah, man, only a couple people can have lore like that. Shout out to Glide.
Well, I'm watching Shaden's head at the rim like every single one.
For all the people that are going to watch this on replay, take a shot every time Mars says Shaden Sharp. Great drink.
We're in a live stream about dunking.
Take a shot.
Shaden has an open lane. Yeah, who would have thought in Clyde Drexler's highlights, his lane is open too. You need a runway to get dunks. Who would have thought?
When you take
the videos are on the internet, just go watch Clyde Drexler's
and I'm looking at the same thing that you're looking at, Mars. And to catch an Ox for the record, and Ox can attest to this, and I'm not looking for confirmation, but to catch catch the ball back here in transition and throw it down.
I know which dunk you're talking about because I saw that dunk too.
That's a pretty big deal.
Shaden has a dunk just like that. It's crazy.
With that,
he does have a dunk just like that.
I saw that dunk. That was actually the first dunk on one of the videos.
Yeah. With that also being said, with Manute Bol standing underneath the rim to throw it over the top of a 7'5" dude or 7'6" dude, that's a pretty big deal. And
Shaden ain't do that.
And also to throw it.
The issue is Manute Bol also just didn't jump, but he's 7'7", so he's still tall.
There's a reason why he didn't jump.
He didn't jump because he made a business decision.
And don't forget, he also dunked it. And I'm looking at this right now. He also dunked on Ralph Sampson too, which is Wemby today.
So he dunked on Wemby.
That TikTok went viral, by the way. That TikTok went crazy, man.
That thing go crazy. That TikTok went crazy.
That TikTok had like 1.5, I think.
All right, y'all. Dev Lions Den said Ox is special. I agree, Dev. Ox is special. Gidler has to prove he's better than Cade, not the other way around.
Josh Giddey entering all-star caliber point guard conversations.
Yes, he is.
Do I think he's better than Cade? No. But I do think Josh Giddey, I gotta give full credit. He's been amazing to start the year. Well, even since like Zach LaVine got traded, so it's more than just to start the year. It's been a while now.
I typically when the super chat gets a little disrespectful, I typically don't even respond to it. But I do want to say that Cade isn't like, who is Cade to where he's the guy that we're chasing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Cade's a really good basketball player, but so is Josh Giddey. Whatever happened last year happened last year. This is this year. Josh Giddey has been playing better than Cade so far. So what I meant by that is, why is it that Josh is chasing Cade when he's been outplaying him so far? That's what I meant by that. I'm not, because first of all, I don't hold Cade on some pedestal. Cade hasn't proven anything as far as I'm concerned. And you can feel free to have a different opinion, of course.
Yeah, Cade started the season slow, so I can hear that. But the last 3 games, Cade has been
Cade
really
been
good.
hooping. Where is Chicago rank in pace in the league right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
I want to assume somewhere like 5 through 7.
They have to be.
Oh, 12. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're not even
that fast. I thought they played fast.
Either the league is just really fast, or like they've had some
what is
slower paced games.
Compared
that pace is 101.6.
Where would that have ranked last year?
Lost 101.6 last year.
See, but it's stuff like this in the comments though. It's
101.6 last year would have been 4th.
If I'm see, and chill, I know we've had this discussion before as well. But if a player is outplaying another player currently, if I'm currently outplaying you, I'm currently showing that I'm better than you right now, which doesn't mean I'll be better than you come December and January. But if I'm currently showing that I'm outplaying you, I don't care about what you did last year.
Well, you've been adamant about that, Ox, that you are a day-to-day guy. You are a minute-to-minute guy. That's
100%.
You've never wavered off that. So I have
and that's how basketball is to me, Max. I wouldn't care if it was 4 seconds. If I'm better than you for 4 seconds, I'm better than you for these 4 seconds. Now you gotta get back better than me. It's just that simple. Get back better than me. Cade, if you get back better than Josh next month, boom. It's that simple. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm not. This is a make it. You miss it. You miss it.
Is it not fair? Is Ox not fair in saying, if you think about it right now, is Cade playing better than Josh Giddey right now? In these span of games, has Cade been better than Josh Giddey?
This season, his first 4 games, I would say no. The last 3 games, I'd say yes. So it depends when you determine right now to be. I'd also say that Cade has looked really, really good on defense this year.
Yes, he has.
We're not factoring in that. I think Cade is definitely a better defender than Josh Giddey. But I mean, I hear what you're saying, but to me, if you take that logic to its furthest extent, it just gets so we end up saying things that are so like flagrantly incorrect, right? Because then if I could go, I'm sure I could go to like 2011, and there's probably a 4-game stretch where I don't know.
Jeremy Lin was the best player in the world. We can give Jeremy Lin some.
No, but I'm telling, like, Al Jefferson was outperforming LeBron probably for like 3 games. I don't want to, but then I don't want to be like, oh, Al Jefferson's better than LeBron. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But
what I'm saying is, in a basketball game, in one game, all that matters is who plays better tonight.
Better that game, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, yeah.
That's the only thing that matters when we're talking about in basketball, in real life, all that matters is who's playing better right now. In basketball discussions and basketball talks, when we get off of the court and we get on this mic, of course we have to have some, we can go with that. We can say, oh, well, this guy's better than him. Yeah, but on the court, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm very well aware of the fact that LeBron James is a much better player than Al Jefferson.
Yeah.
But if Al Jefferson outplayed LeBron for that week, then he was better that week.
Yeah.
I get
very much like
that's all it is for me. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not trying to go overboard, and I think with 2 young guys like Cade and Josh, I don't think it's going overboard. They're both super young, so we don't know whose career is going to be better. None of us know who's going to have a better career when it's all said and done. So it's fair for me to say that right now, if one of them is outplaying the other one, that's the better player right now today. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in December, though. I'm not tripping. It's no big deal.
Ox, it's funny you said that because there was a game last night that we watched on playback, and there was a guy that was better than Giannis. So I guess Penn is right when Penn sends through a super chat and he says Scotty outplayed Giannis? ? The last 4 games, 21.8 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, 5.3 assists per game, 2.3 blocks per game, 2 steals, 50.7 field goal, the percent from the field, 45.8 3-point percentage, 9.2 BPM, 31.8 minutes per game, 26.8 usage percentage, 25.9 assist percentage, 7.7 turnover percentage. Woo! Yes, guys.
22, 8, 5, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 51% from the floor, 46% on the long ball line, a 9 box plus minus, 32 minutes a game, 27% usage rate, 26% assist rate. Yo, Scotty Barnes is the league MVP. We doing it.
Why didn't they put a percentage up there?
I don't know, probably tried to chill, Ron, Ox, bro. Hey, I know I've been the one pushing, this generation basketball. We watching the best version, but Scotty Barnes putting up great numbers. I may be way out at, bro. This shit a little gas. You feel me? This a little inflated, bro. A little inflated. You know what I'm saying? This getting kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm also keeping up with that pace thing because Mars saying like the 12th was 4th just last year. That's something to keep an eye on.
This is the fastest the league's been in a while. Oh my god, there's a major emphasis on pace at this point. We're getting closer and closer to like the 80s and 70s. And
I think people are taking into account how the Pacers play. I think people are looking at that because people are picking up full. I think a lot of that was the Pacers. People are, and I think because they see the Pacers as somebody that's like, yeah, they have talent on their team, but they're not overly talented type bunch. Maybe that's just better basketball as a collective, low key. But yeah, something to keep.
All right, Jason Young, I4U said, which NBA player would die first in Stranger Things?
I don't know, Ron. I've never seen Stranger Things. Sorry, brother. Nope. Sorry.
Probably Rui.
James Harden.
Hey, Ron, bro. I'm getting at James. I'm getting at James
Harden. No, the reason why, real talk. By the way, I'm real talk. I might be in Houston tomorrow, but either way it goes, that's neither here nor there. The reason why I said James Harden is because instead of running forward, he would step back, and they would. See what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, that's not hate. Teddy Hart said JaVale needs to be in contention for the Wizards.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Goddamn.
Maybe.
Give me Nick Young. Christ.
Scav sent through a super chat and said Jaylen Brown's dunk in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals 2022 versus the Heat was beyond special. Also, that Game 3 dunk versus the Mavs, the dunk on Gobert, and the other Mavs dunk.
Jaylen Brown's for sure an in-game dunker more than a dunk contest dunker.
I can get with that.
Love Fadina said, hey, panel, be honest. When it comes to just posters, who got the better posters? Ed, MJ, or LeBron?
Jordan.
Ant's posters impressed me the most.
Yeah. I think as far as like the best of their posters, probably going Ant.
But Bron has a 20-year catalog, which helps.
Yeah.
And Jordan has the So it's like, but which one impresses me the most is Ant.
All right, next up, Anna Monica Studios said Reggie Lewis and Len Bias deserve some respect. They gave MJ the most problems. Shout out Reggie and Len, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
When did MJ and Len play each other?
In college.
Okay.
No, not in the pros, but in college.
Obviously not in the pros. I just didn't know they played in college.
Yeah. Both Maryland and North Carolina is in the ACC.
Be True 23 said Gerald Green is the best Celtic dunker.
Here.
Yeah.
Shout out
Who is
Gerald,
Hammy?
man.
Who is this guy? Who is this Hammy guy?
Hamadou Diallo.
Do I remember?
He actually
him?
from ain't he from New York? Ain't he from New
Yeah,
York?
Euro dude?
he was in the
I
dunk
remember.
contest. He put his
Yeah, I
arm
remember
in the
him.
rim, and then the Superman thing. on his
Okay,
chest.
I remember him. I got
Yeah.
you. I remember. him.
Hamadou is
Last he played
ridiculous.
for was the last time he played for the Pistons.
I
Hammy?
think so.
Probably. Yeah,
He
probably.
ain't been in the league for a little while.
Whoopity Scoopity said OKC since last season are 21-0 without J-Dub. God damn.
That's actually crazy. Yeah, Shay's
They
doing
win
it.
no matter who's there. They
Yeah,
win no
it's
matter
really-
who's there. Like if you Shay just have number 2 out there.
Yeah.
As long as 4 other people are wearing an
Great
OKC
defense.
jersey, they're
Yeah.
probably gonna win the game. Yeah, they're probably gonna win the game. You see the run they went on yesterday?
Yeah.
The game was
third
close.
quarter.
Next thing I know, like 18-0 run or something. Yeah, okay.
Smacked him.
Poured it on them dudes.
It said, get y'all old asses.
They
off the
remind me
court."
of the Warriors in that regard. Like them and the Warriors are like the only teams I can think of that were like just consistently going like these 12, 15-0 runs and just win games in like 4 minutes.
Well,
it's
but
ridiculous how they're able to do it.
to your point, Mars, that's absolutely it right there. And they had the Oklahoma City Thunder have this way about them where whatever you do, real talk, you have to keep doing it all night. And your margin of error has to be like this. Because soon as you let up, it's coming. They're gonna pour it on you. And I think for a while, you know, they were keeping up with the pace, cracking the long ball.
Focus, Ron.
Then all of a sudden, they stopped making the long ball. And all of a sudden, they started turning the ball over. And the next thing you know, Oklahoma City just jumped on them dudes. It was over.
Shea hasn't played a fourth quarter in like a week.
And he averaging 30 a
They
game.
Yeah, and he's averaging 30 in the last week. Like he just
I mean, we are heading towards potentially 16 territory. And like you said, if they do that kind of run in this league,
that's what I'm saying. Like this OKC team
it's
is ridiculous. And
yeah.
Shea,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to take. I'm not saying he is or isn't the best player in the world, but Shea one of them ones. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, he is. He 100%
Hey,
is.
I'm watching that team, and I'm just like for real, like what they did to the Clippers last night. I'm watching that fourth quarter, and I'm just like, and even third quarter too. And I really just don't see nobody beating them.
And I'm gonna say this about Shea too. I'll go
just
ahead,
right quick, real talk. I believe teams can beat them. I just don't know how they're going to. Like, I hope that makes sense. Like, it's teams that I believe are better than them, but I'm just like, you're not gonna beat these guys.
Yeah. I was watching that game. I was watching that game last night, and like people were getting hyped about the Clippers and James Harden, and it was like the third quarter. It was like at the time it was like a 1-point game or something. I'm like, yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that OKC's about to win this game. Like it just, you just know, like, yeah, cool. Because James Harden is hitting these great, you know, he's going back to 19.
They were staying alive of James Harden going turning back the clock.
Yeah. As soon as that went away, it was over. It was over. And I want to say this about Shea. Shea was hitting threes last night, and that's scary. But also
pull up threes, by the way.
Yeah.
Shea's also been taking a defensive leap. Huh?
That's what I was just going to say. Hey, his own ball defense been. I'm like, okay, bro.
Watch out, Ron. Watch
out, I thought I was tripping when I seen him like the first couple games, like really playing defense.
Yeah, he locked in over there. Yeah.
He trying to make a whole defensive team on some. I don't know what he got going on, but he
watch out. Mars, watch out. That's all I gotta say. So
he heard me say he the 7th best defender on his team.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm gonna show you, Mars.
Now he's
I'll show you.
Yeah, he moving up.
Anna Monica Studios said, which team is better, the Blazers with Dame or the Rockets with Van Fleet?
The Rockets with Van Fleet.
Mm-hmm.
Dame is too much of a question mark. Like that man just tore his Achilles at like 35. Like as a 6'2" guard, so that's tough.
Yeah,
he's back on the court though. We saw a clip of him. Shots up or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are back on the court now. I think everyone who tore their Achilles last year.
Yep.
Love Fadina said, so apparently Ant is possibly playing today. This dude got Wolverine levels of healing. Also, reports say that the Wolves are monitoring Ja Morant. I don't like it.
We spoke about that.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go for Ja if I was the Wolves. Also, what did Ant have? It was a
I
hamstring, right?
would.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
it's a
hamstring.
hamstring injury.
Yeah.
Hamstring.
Actually, like Ja on the Wolves.
I just
Yeah,
hope
so
he's not.
y'all don't want to see that?
I
John
like Ja
Ant?
on the
I mean, I
Wolves.
would like to see it because it's the most athletic backcourt in the league. Like, I want to see it. But do I think it is in their best interest if you have to give up Jaden McDaniels to do it? No.
No,
No, not if it's for Jake. But I'm saying, like,
I'm not
if
giving
they
up
can-
Jaden or Julius.
no,
So,
Nah,
hell no, no.
But I'll give
Not
you
for Ja,
like,
not.
damn, I can't give you Rudy.
What about
yet
Nas Reed?
either, because
yeah, exactly. Like the money is gonna have to be Nas
There's,
Reed,
I'm
right?
not doing it. Real
Nas,
talk. No,
we can
there's
do
nothing that we
Nas.
got over here.
I'll give
No,
up Julius. Nas,
No.
come jump in.
I'm not giving up.
No,
The
I'm
way
not giving
Julius
up.
been
no.
hooping.
Ron, have you seen Julius Randle?
It's John
How much
Morant.
better
But
he's
low
been
key,
since?
okay, let me make the case though, real quick though, because I know Julius is hooping, but if you put Ja on that team, I think Nas maybe is more functional for a Ja Morant than a Julius Randle, because at least Nas is hovering around the 3-point line, being a spacer more often than not. And really, if Ja is on that team, I don't really need the secondary creation from Julius Randle either. So just, I'm not saying I would do it, but I'm saying to me that it still makes sense. Like when Ron said it, I'm like, nah, but then I thought about it, I'm like, nah, Julius Randle for Ja, maybe.
I'll do that.
Probably not,
Hey.
but maybe.
All right, chill.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Sir.
All right, y'all. Average Joe said OKC is strange because they are not an uber talented team. It's just their play style, and guys just keep getting better. I've never seen a team with this many second-round picks and undrafted guys who keep improving.
Do people only think talent is offense?
Apparently.
Well, defense just bend your legs and move your feet.
Oh yeah, your guy said that. Yeah, your guy.
Yeah, OKC, man, they got something when it comes to drafting and developing. Drafting and developing. They good at both of them. Some teams are just good at drafting, not really that good at developing. Some teams are good at developing, but not really good at drafting. OKC, they could do all of that.
Mm-hmm. And whoever over there just has a great eye for talent too. Because remember, I mean, even their superstar right now wasn't like that kind of player when they got him either. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they could have foreseen him turning into one of the best guards the game's ever seen, but maybe they did. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Pat Bev said he was that boy over there.
No, but I think you could see, like, going back with hindsight, once again, hindsight, you could see the flashes of what made Shea different in LA. But this is, man. I couldn't have seen this coming, but he was.
I knew some people that were like high on him in Kentucky, but I never got with it because number one, it just looked kind of awkward. And then I didn't really love his jump shooting form either. Like that looked kind of funny to me. It's kind of like a low set point, but I'm like, I don't know. But nah, he one of them ones for real. Shout out to Shea.
All right, Anna Monica Studios sent through a super chat and said, can you guys rank these players in 2003? Rasheed Wallace, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Jason Kidd, Tracy McGrady, and Dirk Nowitzki.
With all due respect, Jason Kidd is lost. Oh no, Rasheed is lost. Rasheed is lost. Jason Kidd second lost.
You on my PR answer or my honest answer? Because we're talking about 2003 Kobe Bryant.
Then Shaq. No, then Dirk. Then Shaq. KG, Kobe, Tim.
Kobe. Tracy McGrady.
Yes. Nice.
Tim Duncan. Shaq, KG. Dirk. J Kidd, Rasheed.
No disrespect, but I don't know why Rasheed is there.
Yeah,
No disrespect.
No, say something, Ron. Say whatever you don't say,
Rasheed.
Ron.
I like Rasheed's, but no disrespect. I don't know why.
Rasheed deserves to be here. Hey, even like when you run in a 100-meter dash in the Olympics, the person that comes in last deserves to be there still. You might come in last. You know, you say Bolt might be way up there, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might be the top 8 players in the world. Rasheed was not the 9th best player in the world. Was he?
No. Check 03 real quick. I don't know.
Yeah, was he? If he was, my bad, Rasheed. My bad.
Yeah, but only thing I want to say about this is KG and Duncan were not better than Shaq in 03. I've said this a bunch of times, and I'm gonna still stand on this.
That, yeah. I'm kind of off Shaq by the time we get to like 02. I'm kind of good on Shaq.
Timmy D was that boy in 03 run.
He was.
Sorry,
I mean,
bro.
all of them were.
So was KG, and you put him like 5th. So
yeah, he's not better than because he wasn't better than Kobe. Kobe was the best player in the league that year.
Yeah, but you put T-Mac above
Kobe number 1 on my list on that.
T-Mac was the second best player in the league that year.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with Kobe at 1. I'm fine with that. KG, in my opinion, gotta be top 3.
On that list though, like especially with 2003 and Morris, I can't wait to do that one segment because like in 2003, I think it's like 6 people that you can like. If somebody was to come up here and just stand on their nuts and say these 6 players that this was the best player in the world, yeah, I wouldn't be able to say nothing. Like if somebody was to come up here and say no, it was Tim Duncan,
KG,
yeah, like I wouldn't be mad at you. I damn near agree with you.
Mm-hmm. That was a great year. That was
crazy year.
I think that's the best top 5 ever. I think that's the best top 5 players that the league's ever seen.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. Teddy Hart said young J.R. Smith better make one of these lists.
He did, right? On the Knicks?
Yeah, we got him for the Knicks. Yep.
Can't believe Shaden Sharp didn't make it.
All right, the next super
someone
chat
gonna watch Shaden Sharp dunk reel and come in the comments and be like, Mars was right. Someone's gonna do it.
Hakeem the Dream said the NBA today is just a glorified 3-point shooting contest. The real NBA died in the 2010 season. Is that what y'all think it is?
The 5 best players in the league play nothing alike, by the way. There are also a lot of teams that don't play alike. Like it, I mean, it is what it is. When you operate in more space now, there's more space, so there's more ground to cover, resulting in more threes. I mean, it is what it is, gang. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
It's also like, as someone who goes back and watches old basketball a lot, especially during the offseason, people act like the league just magically changed. A lot of the threes that are being shot today were just spot up 2s back in 2010.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't. It's not like, oh, they chose to self-create isolation mid-range. No, the spot up shooters still existed. They just shot 21-foot jumpers. Like, you can just find a bunch of spot up 2s back in 2010, 2008. Like, they haven't changed much. They've just moved those deep 2s into 3s. I just don't understand why that's a big deal for people. I want to see my role players shoot a 3 at 33% as opposed to a deep 2 at 36%. It just makes more sense. Nothing else has really changed.
I will say this though, when I went back and like was watching the 80s specifically, even more so than the 90s, this off season, role players was kind of getting to it in the mid range too though. I ain't gonna like just spot. I'm saying like they could like do a move and get into a midi. Like that was happening a lot in the
role players had more on ball. Like heliocentrism is more of a modern thing. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I'm not a big fan of. And like, back in the day, like not everyone was a ball handler, but like you would see more possessions where all 5 people touched the ball back in the day. Whereas now it's like someone's gonna come up, spread pick and roll. If I hit you in the corner, you're gonna shoot. Like, or they close out, you drive the closeout kick. Like, oh yeah, but like back in the day, it was more move the ball side to side. Everyone's more of a threat, which I think is more cool, but I don't think it ultimately, like, at the end of the day, still not that much of a difference.
All right, the next super chat I got is from Void's entry. Void said, Ron, you the one who infested Ox's crib with the roaches when you brought your dirt? You know what? Let me chill.
You in
Void's
the
entry.
doing some crazy things?
I went over to Ox's house and I seen pregnant roaches. You know what that means? There's going to be a new lineage of roaches by next week. I'm telling you, it's...
They could have.
I'm not gonna lie. I never even like entertained the concept that roaches could get pregnant. Like that's just never crossed my mind.
They definitely can. How you think you have more roaches?
Never thought about it in my life.
Hey Mars, I never knew it was a thing too until I went to Ox's and he said they over there having a baby shower.
They finna have a roach the third. Tough, man.
All right, MTHJ 301 said replace Magic with Ben Simmons, Giddey, Julius Randle, Giannis, Bam, Draymond. What happens?
Ben Simmons, that's 5 championships. Josh Giddey, 5 championships. Julius Randle, 4 championships. Giannis, they never lose. Bam, ooh, I like Bam. We'll give him demon defense, but no initiation. We'll give him 3. Draymond, give him another 5. Alfred Payton, I'll give him a championship.
Alfred Payton. Rajon Rondo, get how many?
Rajon Rondo gets a cool 4. He gets a cool 4.
Okay.
Just because he tore his ACL, so longevity. But from 1980 to 83, that's 4 straight. Russ, they never lose.
So Russ better than Magic is what you're saying.
They never lose.
Trae Young?
0. Give him Steph. Give him Steph, and they might win from 1980 to 1990.
Yeah, break the league. Yeah.
Yeah, they might win until Steph chooses to retire. Kareem or no Kareem. But
all right. Speaking of Kareem, my man Hakeem sent through a super chat. Hakeem the Dream said Jokic wouldn't score 6 points on Olajuwon. The NBA is sea-level basket.
People like that confuse me. Like, why do you watch the NBA if you just don't enjoy the NBA? It doesn't make sense to me. But I guess
I agree with you, Hakeem.
That is very true, and that's a lie too. Y'all like I went back watched that that Hakeem Robinson series that everybody was like, oh yeah, Hakeem was just bitching Robinson. Robinson was still getting to it. Let's not get it twisted. Robinson was still getting out. Hakeem was definitely,
that series did irreparable damage to David Robinson's PR.
Mars, you on mute? At least for me.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Ron, can you hear Mars?
I can't hear Mars.
Oh.
Wait, chat, am I tripping? Because I can't hear Ron either.
I can't hear you either, real talk. Mars, you can hear us?
Yes.
Can't nobody hear each other? Real talk, speak. Real talk. What'd you eat for dinner last night?
I hear you now.
Oh, okay. Mars, what'd you eat for breakfast?
So you messed up? I don't eat breakfast. Crazy, right? What was we talking about? Oh, Hakeem, David Robinson. I said that series did irreparable damage to David Robinson's PR. But I'm always cape for David Robinson as well. I think he's drastically underrated, and I think that series is a big reason why. But he was good.
All right, the next super chat I got is from Anna Monica Studios. Yes, you guessed it. Anna Monica Studios said, in your opinion, what NBA season was the most difficult era to have any success in?
The 60s. There was one team
I actually would argue
everyone.
Well, to me, that's what dominance to me proves that it was easy. Honestly, because if one person, that's why I don't take the, you know what I'm saying, take that shit too serious. Just like that weak ass 90s that Michael Jordan was running around dominating, that weak ass era that y'all be trying to hype up, talking about Charles Barkley and them weak ass teams he was playing in the finals. Yeah, that weak ass Western Conference he was playing. That weak ass East for real. If we're gonna keep it a K, That weak ass shit he was dominating in the 90s. We're gonna get to that later on, though. We'll get to that later on. I'm just saying.
Agenda talk. See? Agenda talk.
No. Because all I hear is how 90s. How was 90s the big man era, but a 2-guard dominated the whole time? I don't. That don't make sense to me. Sorry.
I mean, because Hakeem and Ewing and Shaq and Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, cool. 2-guard was winning all the championships.
Yeah, the Bulls had the best system and the best team. Explains how they win.
Yeah, because and also that era, that also proves to me that era in itself proves that initiators and guards are better basketball players than big men. It proved out. We literally saw an era with the best big men alongside the best guard initiator at the time, and the best guard initiator won every single time, basically.
Interesting thesis, but okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got 2 more super chats. The next one I got is from Average Joe. Average Joe said, Ron is sick. He was about to say glory hole instead of glorified. ... Lock him up.
Is that what he was going to say? Is that what he was getting up to in Atlanta?
We got one more super chat. I gotta get up out of here. Yo, Nick sent through a member's chat.
Ron, what's a glory hole?
I think a glory hole is
if you don't just read the super chat. God damn, what's going on?
Nick sent through a member's chat. I don't know what it is either. I think that it's, you know what? I don't know. Okay. Nick said Dwight better than Aaron Gordon.
I feel like Aaron Gordon was snubbed, but I don't know. Aaron Gordon, Shaden Sharp, snubbed. Jalen Green, snubbed. It's cool though.
Yeah, well, y'all, it has been a real episode. If you watching now and you missed us rank every single franchise's best dunker, go back and check that out. In the meantime, chat, y'all get your mind out the gutter and y'all go do something productive today. And we are going to be back tomorrow at the same time, same place, all of that good stuff. Oh, and before we get up out of here, too, I do want to give my splash of the day yesterday. And my splash of the day is going to go to, should I do Scotty Barnes? No. Should I do Paulo? No. Should I do, yes, this one's very easy. Josh Giddey, of course. This one is easy. He was, title of the show, thumbnail of the show. 29, 15, 12. Josh Giddey, you do get the splash of the day. And if you guys haven't downloaded Splash Sports yet, this would be the time to do it. You can do that by clicking the link in the bio, or you can simply just scan this QR code. You'll be able to make your picks with the players in the sports that you like. They will give you a player projection, and it's very simple. You pick more or you pick less. Yes, this is Splash Sports' new quick picks game. It's their peer-to-peer DFS game. You get matched against other players that have the same buy-in and the same pick count. You have fair matchmaking. You get more strategy. And also you get better odds because you don't have to have the perfect card. You just got to choose more correct picks than everybody else. All right, y'all. Make sure that new users use code player, no S on the end, code player for a deposit match of up to $50 and 100% boost on your first entry. Hit the link in the bio, build your quick picks, and let's see who really knows ball. We out, y'all. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Merry Christmas.